Continue our pregame show. I'll bring in my color man for tonight, Aaron Duval. What do you think of tonight's game?
Well, I think it's going to be a tough game tonight. As you said, the conditions are good, but our offensive line, I think that's going to be one of the keys to this game is can we continue to open up the holes for Daniels and Foster? It doesn't take very much. And also, can they do the protection for the quarterback Reed? He's done an outstanding job, Reed has, getting the ball to his receivers. And if they can give him the time where he can look at his receivers, he can make the play.
All right, the helicopter is bringing in the game ball for tonight. Special night here at Lake Hamilton as it's senior night. They had a lot of seniors, not just football. They honored all the seniors here at Lake Hamilton. And right now, again, special event, so they're bringing in the game ball via helicopter. And then, of course, have the national anthem and all that. Now we want to turn our attention to the conference roundup, 6A West. Of course, we have 2 weeks left in the conference season. Russellville, this is their last week conference season because next week they will have their bye week. As we go into tonight, game of the night, it's not just our conference, but in Class 6A and maybe across the state, Greenwood against PA. They're both undefeated in conference, and they're playing tonight in Greenwood. They're both 6-0 in conference. Lake Hamilton here is sitting at 3 right now, 5-1. Little Rock Christian is 4-2. They're a half game up on the Cyclones, 4-3. Greenbrier, Mountain Home, and Van Buren all sitting at 1-5. Siloam Springs is off tonight. They are 0-7. Of course, we told you about PA and Greenwood. Mountain Home is at Van Buren, Little Rock Christian at Greenbrier, and Siloam Springs, as we mentioned, is open. And we will be keeping you up to date on the Greenwood PA football game, but we got one here tonight that it's got some playoff implications. Russellville's going to be no worse than a 5 seed. Chance they could be a 4 seed. They need to win tonight, and they need a little help, and they actually need 2 games to go their way, and it's not 2 games that can't happen. They need to win tonight, and then next week they need PA to beat Lake Hamilton, and PA will be favored in that game. And then they also need Little Rock Christian to pull the upset against Greenwood. Greenwood will be favored, but that's not out of the realm that Little Rock Christian could pull off that upset over at Greenwood. So 3 things need to happen, but 1 this week. Russellville needs to win tonight. If they get that 4 seed, what that means is they will host a first-round playoff game. If they're not, they will go on the road, and it's most likely going to be Marion or West Memphis. We will not know where by the end of tonight, but next week we should know where Russellville will go. But like I said, if they're a 5 seed, they're going to the eastern part of the state. They're having the color guard march onto the field, so we're going to take a break as they do the national anthem and the Pledge of Allegiance. This is Russellville Cyclone football.
Thank you. laser engraving machine. Simple engravings or making something out of a block of metal. We're working on inside and outside ring engraving, like the Yeti cups or things like that, glass, wood, guns. Like those are things that we will be able to do in the pretty near future.
Joshua's Fine Jewelry in downtown Russell.
Kelly presents your season will by all seasons in the Lake Hamilton
River Country, KCJC.
Welcome back at Wolf Stadium here in Lake Hamilton. And I keep saying Lake Hamilton, but it's Percy, Arkansas is the town. Lake Hamilton High School is the place, Wolf Stadium. And they've had some renovations here, a few, since we were here last. We were here last year. This is the first time in this series that they've actually played at the same venue in back-to-back seasons. Of course, when they change over the conference, they always do that, try to make sure everybody has equal or as close to equal as they can home games and conference games or away games in conference. 9-team conference. The top 6 are going to the state playoffs. Russellville secured their berth a couple of weeks ago. They're going to be no worse than a 5 seed. They could be a 4 seed, as we mentioned before we went to break. But they have to win tonight, and then they got to get a couple games going their way next week. Again, all within the realm of possibility. It's time now for our Cyclone Watch. What's on your radar? And I turn to my color man. What's on your radar tonight?
My radar tonight is, again, our quarterback, Reed. He's done an outstanding job. I'm going to be looking at him tonight just to really look for his receivers. He's very accurate, and he does a good job of tucking and running the ball when all the receivers are covered. I like what he does, and that's what I'm going to be watching tonight.
Well, mine's going to be offense, but it's going to be somebody different. It's Tracy Daniels. He needs 48 yards to rush for 1,000 on the season. He's got 952 yards on 140 carries. And remember, he wasn't the starter for most of the season because he was starting on defense. He's a two-way player, as a lot of these Cyclones are. Russell running out onto the field out of their inflatable helmet. A little bit of smoke there, too. It's always magical when they can do that. They're in their road white uniforms with black pants and black helmets. Lake Hamilton, they look, as always, like the Washington, I guess I'd say Washington football team. I'm trying to, I guess the new the new nickname is the Commanders, and I'm always worried about saying their old nickname. I kind of like the Washington football team, but they're exactly those type of colors, that maroon and gold. Looking at Lake Hamilton, whenever you think about Lake Hamilton and you're coming in here to play, you think about their offense because it's the wing tee. They said they were going to go to the spread this year. They've changed it up a little bit, but really not the spread. You want to stop Lake Hamilton, you want to stop two guys, number 5, Justin Crutchmer, and number 1, Kendrick Martin. The key to beating Lake Hamilton is stopping those two guys, and they are a big, big part of this offense. Not just running the football, they can catch it out of the backfield. In fact, number 5, Crutchmer, he's averaging 147 all-purpose yards per game. He's got 685 yards on the season on 98 carries. Kendrick Martin, 535 yards on 67 carries. And if you watched any of the junior high games lately, that's the offense they run. They'll run a lot of toss sweeps, a lot of double handoffs, inside handoffs, and almost a looky who's got the cookie type of offense because sometimes they hide the ball very well. You want them to get them to struggle. You want them to get them to throw the football. And not that they're terrible at it, but they're not as good as the teams we've seen. Easton Hurley, their quarterback, he's thrown for 885 yards on the season. It's just 2 interceptions. But if you can get him moving and throwing on the move, that is not their strong suit. In fact, what you'll see is a lot of times on passing situations, on 3rd and long, they'll still run the football because they know that is their strength. Russellville's going to come out and they're going to receive the opening kickoff. That tells me that Lake Hamilton must have won the toss and deferred. Maybe because Russellville used to like to put their defense on the field, and that's probably what's going to happen or what happened in Russellville. It's going to be, as we're sitting above the home stands, they're going to be moving from right to left. And Russellville's ready, and we're waiting on Lake Hamilton. Lake Hamilton, they got 3 different kickers. They have one that handles pretty much the extra points, Brian Garcia, but he does not do the kickoffs typically. Typically it's number 12, Andy Duran. He's kicked off 30 times for them, has only 2 touchbacks. Hurley will also kick off a little bit some, and then, of course, Garcia has done some. They've attempted 0 field goals all season, not a single field goal. And, I don't know, maybe we'll see one tonight. It's senior night for Lake Hamilton. They will be on the road at PA to close out their regular season next week. As we mentioned, thought it was bad that Russellville drew the open week on the final week of the season because they were scheduled to play 10 consecutive games. But when you look at it, they're basically getting the bye week, before the playoffs because of that open week. So Coach Wheeler is okay with that. All right, here's the kickoff. It is going to be returnable. This is Mekhi Foster. He'll take it at the 8-yard line. He's across the 20s, cuts back toward the middle. He'll get across the 25 to about the 27-yard line. So Mekhi Foster, 19 yards on the return, and Russellville will take over at their own 27-yard line. They didn't start the clock on that. Isn't that weird? I mean, there was plenty of time that should have come off. Got a nice new scoreboard here, but failed to run the clock. So Russellville going to come out, of course, with Tracy Daniels to the left of D.A. Reed. Again, Tracy Daniels, we'll be keeping up with him because we know he needs 48 yards to rush over 1,000 yards, but play action on first down. Throw complete to Caden Rose. He breaks free. He's at the 40, slips a tackle there at the 45. He's going to be swarmed at about the 48-yard line. Gang tackling there, but a big gain by Caden Rose.
I think Lake Hamilton was expecting Daniels to get that ball. Good fake by Reed.
Russellville going quick. There was 21 yards on that pickup. Daniels now to the right of D.A. Reed. And he motions out of the backfield, empty backfield. And it's going to be a completed pass on the far side across midfield, inside the 45, still on his feet. We've got the first down as Russellville throws on that far side to Alec Bolds getting his first catch tonight. And Russellville going to go quick here again. We've not seen this. Did see it in practice this week. They call this their NASCAR package. They went quick. Russellville picking up a first down on that 10-yard pass play. Again, out of the backfield is Daniels. They're going to screen pass to him. He's inside the 45. He gets a pickup of just a yard as he couldn't shake that one tackler. He gets to the 41-yard line. Surprise you a little bit. Russellville throwing the football. 3 straight passes to start this football game. They go for 21, 10, and 1 yards. All that, Russellville still hasn't run off a full minute. So moving around here for the Cyclones. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. That's Harrison. He's the short side of the field. Play action pass. Reed throwing quick slant, and it's complete to Caden Rose. He's going to be wrapped up about a yard shy of the first down. Stopped his floor of progress. They took a while to blow that dead, and he gave himself up. Don't like seeing them being driven to the ground like that. But he hung on the football, and Russell looking at 3rd down and a yard.
Rose did a good job by squaring himself up, looking back at Reed. Good target he made.
Russellville going quick here. 2 receivers to each side. A little toss sweep to Tracy Daniels, and he's going to run into a wall. And I don't think he got the first down. He did get forward progress. It's very close. He's getting a pretty good spot on that far side, and they're going to blow it dead and maybe come with a measurement. They gave him a really good spot, to be honest with you, but I don't know if he got it.
They gave him a first down.
All right, they did. So pickup of 1. So Daniels' first carry finally comes on the 5th play of the game, and it's a carry for 1 yard. They are moving sticks here. Under 10.5 to go here in the first quarter. We have no score. Russellville started this drive at their own 27-yard line. 2 receivers to each side. Daniels, the running back, again motions out. This to the right. Empty backfield for D.A. Reed. Plenty of time. He's going to step up in the pocket. He's going to tuck it and run. He's going to be tripped up from behind, but he does get inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A 3-yard pickup there by D.A. Reed.
Good job by Reed. After he looked at his receivers, nobody was open, and he just took it and ran with it.
2nd down and 7 coming for D.A. Reed and the Russellville Cyclones. Ball at the 29-yard line of Lake Hamilton. And this one is going to be a carry. Straight carry this time for Tracy Daniels. He'll get a couple of yards to the 27. Going to be tough running tonight because that defensive line for Lake Hamilton is stout. They returned 7 starters from a very good defensive unit last year. They lost to Greenwood 24-0. You got to look at that they actually held Greenwood to 3 points in the entire second half in that ball game. Reed on 3rd down. He's going to throw up top for Caden Rose. It's going to be a jump ball, and it is incomplete. No flags coming out. They were trying to go, and they went inside the 5-yard line. And it's going to be 4th down and 5 coming for the Russellville Cyclones, and we'll see what Coach Wheeler wants to do. I think they're going for it. We're really close to the Russellville coaches, and usually not this close, and we actually can hear them, and they can hear us, so I'm trying to keep it a little softer, but Russellville's going to go for it here on 4th down and 5. They need just outside the 22-yard line for a first down. Reed, play action, throwing on the slant. It's going to be incomplete. Incomplete, and Russellville turns the ball over on downs. They were going to Ben Hallmark there, and The linebacker, I don't want to say he had good coverage. It looked like he was kind of out of position there, but ended up, he was almost like a right place, right time. And Lake Hamilton going to take over at their own 27-yard line after Russellville does not convert on the 4th down play. And now the Wolves have it, and they're going to come out with the wing T. Of course, their quarterback is Easton Hurley. He's a southpaw, does not throw very well on the run, doesn't throw very much. We already have a flag now. And Russellville has got into the neutral zone as they were lining up. So a penalty on the Cyclones, and this one thing you don't want to do against Lake Hamilton is give them free yardage like that. Russellville's first penalty of the game comes here. It's going to be 1st down and 5. Kendrick Martin will line up as the fullback. The 2 wingbacks, or he was on that one. 2 wingbacks is Crutchmer, and usually Isaac Clenny is the fullback, number 20. He's also their leading tackler. So number 1 and number 5 is the one we got to watch. They're going to take their time. Play clock down to 3. I don't know if they're going to take this much time. 2 seconds, 1 second. They didn't get it off, but they let them have it. And here's the give to the fullback up the middle, Martin, and he's got the 1st down. I don't think they were watching the play clock because it was down to 0. Should have been a delay of game, but they get the 1st down as they get to the 39-yard line. So a pickup of 7 yards there by Kendrick Martin on their first offensive play. They have it 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line. Russellville's first drive. They turned the ball over on downs. They went 46 yards on 9 plays, but come up short. Martin leaning forward. They're going to play action. Hurley in trouble, rolling out. He's going to be sacked back at the 30-yard line by Big Ben Hallmark. All that play action gave Hallmark time to get back in the backfield, and he wasn't going for any of the fakes.
Now, Hallmark came in from that right side of the defense, and no one even touched him. He had a clear shot at that quarterback.
And sometimes that's, look, for lack of a better word, sometimes they get a little cute because they're really good with their running game. Nothing against it. They're doing that. But sometimes when they throw is situations where they don't have to throw. And that's when they try to catch the defense napping a little bit. But that time, Hallmark dropped him for a tackle for a loss of 9 yards. 2nd down and 19. Hurley now going to be in the shotgun, spreading it out just a little bit, and the snap gets below Hurley, and he's going to chase it back down. He's going to be dropped back by Hogue inside the 10-yard line. It was below his knees there. He had no chance at it. He scooped it up, tried to run with it, and he lost an extra 3 yards because of that, because Hogue was right there. And I tell you, if he doesn't pick that up, Gabe's got himself another defensive touchdown. A loss of 20 on the play, 3rd down and 39. Now, I would love it if they throw it here because that's not really their strength. But a lot of times they'll do something safe. They'll hand the ball off. They'll screen, just mainly try to get room for their punting unit. And they come out in the wing T formation, not typically the throwing form. And they are going to hand it on the sweep there. And they're going to get across the 10 and breaking a tackle there. Block of the back's not called, and they're going to get back to the line of scrimmage. It looked like Stratton had him wrapped up, then he was pushed off. And it's going to go for no gain. That's what I was talking about. 3rd and 39, typical passing situation. They're not going to throw the football. No, that's not their strength.
I watched that quarterback in pregame, and when he throws it deep, there's a lot of air under that ball. So if he does that, we have a chance of picking one off.
Easton Hurley, the quarterback, is also their punter. He's averaging 41.3 yards on each punt. Russell has 2 players back deep. Low snap, he's going to run it to the right, and he'll punt this one away. Mekhi Foster's going to field this one at his own 49-yard line. Slips a tackle there at midfield. He's got a big gain. He's inside the 30 to the 32-yard line of Russellville, and a big gain there by Mekhi Foster after the 41-yard punt. He returns at 19 yards, and the Cyclones are in business with fantastic field position at the Lake Hamilton 32-yard line. 6:43 left to play here in the first quarter. We have no score. Russellville's first offensive possession, they turned the ball over on downs. Like Hamilton's first offensive possession, they punt the football away. 2 receivers to each side. Tracy Daniels going to get the call straight up the middle. Not a lot of room, but he does stumble forward for a couple yards. Still on his feet as he falls backwards for positive yards. Had his back to the line of scrimmage, and he actually gets to the 27. What looked like maybe a 1-yard gain goes for 5.
You know, they were trying to tackle him up around his head and not getting him around the legs, and he just kept driving.
Now Hallmark's going to line up as a wide receiver on the right side with 3 receivers over on that side. Short side of the field's the left side. Peyton Harrison over here, one-on-one coverage. for Harrison against Caleb Walker, their defensive back. He's hollering for help, and they are going to help him, but it's not going to matter because they're going to give it off to Tracy Daniels. He's inside the 25. He'll pick up almost the first down. They're going to mark him a yard shy at the 23. 4 yards on that pickup now. 12 yards on 4 carries for Tracy Daniels. Russell looking at 3rd down and 1. Ben Hallmark, who lines up at wide receiver, tight end, S-back, sometimes even quarterback. He's going to be bunched up with 3 wide receivers here at the left side. 3rd and 1, hard count. Lake Hamilton almost jumped in the neutral zone with their defensive back, and Russ will now check with me. The play clock, it shows at 0. They're having issues here. And D.A. Reed's going to give it off Tracy Daniels. He's got the first down and more, spinning his way inside the 15-yard line to the 14 before being taken down there.
That's a beautiful run by Daniels going to the right side right off that offensive tackle.
9 yards on the pickup. He now has 21 yards on 5 carries. He just kept going, and he's got the ball inside the 15 to the 14. That's where 1st down and 10 is for the Russell Cyclones. We have no score, 5:13 left to play here in the first quarter. High snap. It's handled easily by Reed, and Tracy Daniels gets the call. He'll get a yard, maybe 2, depending on where they spot it. 2nd down coming for Russellville. They put the ball down at the 13, so a gain of 1. 2nd and 9, Russellville in the red zone right now. Their 25 trips to the red zone this season, they've scored 18 times, 72% success rate. Out of the backfield is Daniels. They're going to throw a screen pass this time to Bowles. He catches at the 15. He dives forward to the 8-yard line. 3rd down coming, 3rd and short for Russell. That's Bowles' 2nd catch tonight. And I think they're only going to give him the 9. I think Ground had made the ball pop 3, but Bowles had it easily. So 3rd down and 5 coming at the 9-yard line. Hard count again. Lake Hamilton flinching. They didn't call it, but I think they end up doing it. No, they're going to call a false start against Russellville. I thought they got Lake Hamilton flinching and getting in the neutral zone, but they call it on Russellville. And so this will move us 5 yards back. Not exactly what you want on a 3rd and 5 inside the 10. Now it's 3rd and 10 at the 14-yard line. That's the 2nd penalty on the Cyclones. 1 offsides on the defense. This one a false start. Under 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter. We have no score. 3rd down and 10. Harrison in motion. Crosses the face, the right of D.A. Reed. Reed's going to roll to his right. Picks up a nice block. Now looking. Throwing on the move. It's going to be tipped and incomplete. It was almost intercepted inside the 5 there. And Russellville has a decision to make over here. And I think they're going to go for the field goal attempt. This will be a 31-yard field goal for Eli Stratton. Now, Russellville has been running a fake field goal. They have 2 of them. I don't want to say this too loud, but they've been working on it a lot this week. Just file that one away. This would be a 31-yard field goal. It is a 31-yard attempt. And holding it is Caden Rose. He gets it down. It's definitely long enough by Stratton, and it is good. Russellville with 3:36 left to play in the first quarter strikes first. A 31-yard field goal by Eli Stratton, and Russellville leads at 3-0. We'll take a break. This is Russellville Cyclone football.
Do you need your wisdom or other teeth removed? Do you have a toothache? Are you considering dental implants to replace missing teeth or to help anchor a denture? Be sure to see Dr. Forrest Bale for a no out-of-pocket consultation at Lakeside Oral, Facial, and Dental Implant Surgery. Lakeside is contracted with many insurance companies and has multiple financing options to minimize your out-of-pocket costs. Have your oral surgery in a caring, state-of-the-art facility right here in Russellville. Visit their website at lakesideofs.com.
Well, you love to get a touchdown, but you just want to score points. Russellville at the fantastic punt return by Micaiah Foster got set up at the 32-yard line of Lake Hamilton. Cyclones go 18 yards in 7 plays, and drive stalled because of a penalty. At 4th and 10, they decided to attempt a field goal, and Eli Stratton is good from 31 yards out. The Cyclones lead it over Lake Hamilton 3-0. Stratton will handle the kickoff duties for Russellville. He'll kick this one deep. And it's going to chase Lake Hamilton back. It'll go across the goal line. You can't bring it out in high school football. It's automatic touchback, and I got to tell you, making them go the full distance, I'll take that every time against every team. And so you make them go 80 yards, you're going to win more than you lose on that.
I don't think Lake Hamilton was expecting Stratton to kick it that deep. Anyway, it was a good kickoff.
Eli Stratton, that's his second field goal of the season. He's 2 of 2, perfect, when he took over the kicking duties. His previous one was from 25 yards out, so that's his career long there at 31. And in motion, they're going to give it to the running back, and he's got some room. He's across the 25, across the 27. That's Justin Crutchmer, number 5. I tell you, it's easier said than done. If you want to stop Lake Hamilton, you stop number 5 and you stop number 1. And that time, number 5, Crutchmer, got 7 yards. It's 2nd down and 3.
Well, what happened with their first series, I think they'll stay on the ground. I'll be surprised if they do pass.
2nd down and 3 at the 27-yard line for the Wolves. They're going to give it straight man to Kendrick, and Kendrick fumbled the football, and Russell has fallen on top of it at the 25-yard line. Darian Thomas has recovered the fumble, and that's only the 3rd fumble by Lake Hamilton all season. Kendrick Martin coughs it up as soon as he got hit.
That's what we needed.
And Russellville takes over at the 25-yard line. Again, fantastic field position after basically the 2-yard loss there in Russellville. Russellville was actually trying to go up top here quickly. 2:53 left. D.A. Reed, nothing there. He's going to tuck it and run on 1st down. He's inside the 20-yard line, slipping through and getting 8 yards on 1st down. Good job by D.A. Reed not forcing it. They were trying to go up top and take a shot to the end zone. D.A. noticed it wasn't there. He took off running. He got to the 18-yard line. It's 2nd down and 3 for Russellville. And D.A. Reed now a check with me. They got the play clock seemingly working for now. It's at 18. It was out part of this quarter. High snap, but he catches it easily, gives it off to Tracy Daniels, who's got the 1st down inside the 15 to the 14-yard line. They'll stop the clock to move the chains.
That's what I was talking about, Reed. He looks at his receivers. If it's not there, he's going to tuck it. He's not going to force the ball in there.
Well, on the sudden change, anytime you see a sudden change, a lot of teams will try to go up top right after a turnover because there's a lot of confusion on the defense. 1st down carry there for Tracy Daniels of 3 yards. 1st and 10 for the Cyclones at the 14-yard line of Lake Hamilton. Tracy Daniels on the sweep. He's got some room. He's inside the 10, slips his way to the 6-yard line. A pickup of 8 yards on the play by Tracy.
That's a good call because Lake Hamilton was not expecting Daniels to go to the outside.
And they're going to put it down, so a 7-yard pickup because they say he got down to the 6-yard line. So 2nd and 3, and now give it again to Tracy, and he's covered up. His helmet comes off. A flag flies. That's going to be if he pulled it off, it's a face mask penalty coming. And I don't know, this could be holding, this could be face mask, but the fact that his helmet came off makes me think that it's face mask. Now, if his helmet just comes off without it being yanked off, he has to come out for one play. He does not have to come out if it's taken off. So, but we'll wait and see. If they call holding, then he has to go out. And now they're saying, yeah, it was yanked off. You don't have to come out. Personal foul, face mask. And it's not an automatic 1st down, but it's going to be a 1st down because it's half the distance to go, and Russell only needed 3 yards. Now they're going to call it – are you kidding me? They're going to call it 2nd down? A 2-yard penalty, 2nd down and 1. And Wildcat formation, Ben Hallmark going to take it all the way into the end zone off the left side, and he gets the first touchdown of the night for the Russellville Cyclones. Russellville leads it here 9-0.
But that's what you want to do on a turnover is to score. Some ways score, and that's what the Cyclones has done.
4-yard run for Ben Hallmark, and a good job by that big offensive line because Hallmark carried it in from 4 yards out, but he was to the 2 before he got touched. Low snap. It was able to be corralled by Caden Rose, but the kick is no good. The timing was thrown off, so no good on the attempt. So Russellville will have to hold on to this 9-0 lead. We'll take a break. 1:18 left to play here in the first quarter. Russellville leads at 9-0. This is Russellville Cyclone football.
Miller Roofing Company. They've served the River Valley since 1991 with a reputation for superior work and reliability. Now, to keep up with demand, Miller Roofing Company is looking for reliable, experienced individuals to join a team that stood the test of time, serving their community for 31 years and is still going strong. To be a part of the Miller Roofing Company family, call 890-3499 to set up an interview or stop by 318 South Arkansas Avenue.
Welcome back. So Russellville gets the first turnover of the game, and the offense, great field position as they take it at the Lake Hamilton 25-yard line. They go 25 yards in 4 plays. Ben Hallmark carried it in from 4 yards out of the Wildcat formation. Extra point technically will go down as a block, but his snap was rolling back there. Caden Rose had to put it down very quickly, but technically it's a block, so it goes as a blocked extra point. Russellville leading 9-0 here with 1:18 left to play in the first quarter. Stratton will kick this one. He won't kick this one deep. They're going to come up and they're going to catch it and return it at the 10-yard line. Across the 20, 25 to the 30-yard line, and wrestled down at the 31 is the kick returner there. I think that's Wyatt Wolf. And Lake Hamilton will start at their own. They give them the 32-yard line. They're going to start at their own 32, so a 22-yard return. But the defense, again, another turnover by the Cyclone defense, and Russellville turns it into points. But that was that's only the 5th turnover they've had all year. 5 turnovers in 9 games for Lake Hamilton, just the 3rd fumble. And the first one there by Kendrick Martin. Let's see if they go right back to him on first down. Nope, he's going to be a lead blocker here for Crutchmer. He slips a tackle, and he could be off to the races. He's at midfield. No, he's going to be chased down from behind. He gets into Cyclone territory at the 38-yard line. Dangerous runner there. Like I said, you got to stop number 5. You got to stop number 1. That was number 5, Crutchmer. And he gets all the way down to the Cyclone 38-yard line, a 30-yard pickup there. First down for the Wolves as they have it at the Cyclone 38. We're in the final minute of the first quarter. Cyclones leading 9-0. You don't want to give up a quick score here. You want to sit on this lead for a while. Here's a sweep here by Crutchmer. He gets positive yards inside the 35 to the 34 before being taken down. Stratton was there to make the initial hit. A 4-yard pickup there by Crutchmer.
It looked like the same play, except this time he took it to the outside instead of breaking it up the middle.
Justin Crutchmer, their leading rusher on the season. He's got over 100 carries now and over 700 yards. He's also their leading scorer, 8 touchdowns, all on the ground. Hurley, the quarterback, he's lefty. He's checking his wristband. On second down and 6 here, he's going to give it to Crutchmer, this time running left side. He cuts it back towards the middle. He picks up a block. He's at the 25. It's going to be a block to the back. He's going to get down inside the 5, slows down to take a shot, gets in the end zone, but we got 2 flags here. It's a block in the back. And Coach Gillerin is all over his player because that was in front of everybody. And I tell you, I don't know if they needed it because he had the speed there, but this one's coming back. And Gillerin saw it too. Everybody saw it because it happened right in front of the Lake Hamilton coaches. And they saw it. So Crutchmer is going to get credit for the run. And we have 2 flags here. I think it's the same thing. One of them is at the 27. The other one's at the 22. They may be talking about where to spot the ball. And they are going to spot it from the 22-yard line, I believe. This will be the first penalty called on Lake Hamilton. I tell you, the fans here at Lake Hamilton don't like it, but I tell you, Coach Gillerin saw it, and he's, like I said, he's talking to the young man about it. So it's still going to be second down because he doesn't get credit for the first down. Second down and 5. Hurley, the quarterback, under center. This time they're going to give it to Martin left side. He'll cut it back to the right. Opening there. He's at the 25. Cuts back at the 20, 15. Stiff arms him in at the 10. Carrying tacklers. He gets inside the 5-yard line and tackled down at the 3. Good tough run there. And Russellville's defense is kind of on their heels a little bit. And they don't know how to bring these big boys down, and I don't blame them. These guys are huge running down there, and that was a Kendrick getting 31 yards on the carry, first and goal Russellville, we need another turnover here. And I think Coach Wheeler's calling a timeout. He wants to settle his defense down a little bit. Cyclones, no, we're at the end of the first quarter. Is that what it is? Yeah,
yes.
the quarter got us. So after one quarter of play, Russellville leading at 9-0. We'll take a break as we'll walk to the other side and get ready for the second quarter. This is Russellville Cyclone football.
Sharp Dunaway here for my friends over at Mr. Glass in Russellville. Let's face it, having to fix a broken window on your daily driver absolutely sucks. Mr. Glass works with your insurance company to make that process suck way less with fast and friendly service. They offer complete auto glass replacement, talking about your windshield, doors, back glass. They got you. Go see Shane and Bob at Mr. Glass, 1415 East Main Street in Russellville. Kicking glass and taking names for over 30 years. That's Mr. Glass.
Why trust River Valley Tinting and Glass? Well, River Valley Tinting and Glass is a family-owned business, and they take care of their customers like family too. So remember, your local auto, residential, and commercial glass and tinting company, River Valley Tinting and Glass. Check out their work on Facebook or call 890-5839 to get an estimate. Or you could always come by 2202 East 2nd Street to see all they can do for you. From a business you can trust, River Valley Tinting and Glass.
Pretty good first quarter for the Cyclones. They lead at 9-0 over Lake Hamilton, but looks like has potential for a bad start to the second quarter as the Wolves have driven down. They have it 1st and goal from the 3-yard line of Russellville. And we start the second quarter with them having the ball on the right hash mark. Kendrick Martin and Crutchmer have been the guys doing it. They're both in the backfield now in almost a T formation, and Crutchmer's going to get it, carrying it straight up the gut. And he'll get inside the 3 to the 2, a pickup of 1 on the play.
I think that stop was by Thomas. These two big running backs, you can't hit them above the waist and bring them down. You're going to have to hit them around the ankles and around the legs to bring these people down.
Well, I don't want to call it a true counterplay, but it seems like that's what they burned Russellville on the early part of this drive, starting left, cutting back right, cutting back towards the middle. They've got 2 big runs. They did have a touchdown call back on one. 2nd down and go. It's going to be a quarterback keeper. Hurley stumbles forward, and no signal yet. He gets inside the 1-yard line, still with a push, and they're going to say his knee was down at the 1. Now the other official says touchdown. So the one official was pointing down on the ground. The other one said touchdown. Now the second one agrees, touchdown. So kind of an awkward call on that, but it's a touchdown for Lake Hamilton. The official coming in on the far side was pointing down like his knee is down, almost like there was a fumble. He was pointing down to the ground. And then the other official signaled touchdown, so they go with that, and then Russell's lead is down to 3. Russell had some snap problems on their extra point. Hope that doesn't come back to haunt us. The extra point by Lake Hamilton is good. So Russellville has seen their 9-point lead cut down to 2. They still do lead it, though, 9-7. We'll take a break with 11:20 left to play in the second quarter. This is Russellville Cyclone football.
Hi, I'm Aaron. I'm Scott. And I'm Corey, and we're the TreeWise Tree Guys. Tree work experts based in Russellville, Arkansas. You have a problem tree that you'd like removed, trimmed, or otherwise dealt with, we're the guys to call. If you're looking for the best, look no further. We're the highest rated in the area. 5-star rating on Google. Give Jalen a call today, 479-222-0793. That's 479-222-0793. TreeWise Tree Guys.
Well, good teams answer, and that's what Lake Hamilton did. They're a good team. Russellville, after going up 9-0, Lake Hamilton came right back there. They go 68 yards in just 6 plays. Easton Hurley, the quarterback, a 2-yard touchdown run. Garcia added the extra point. That drive just took 1:58 off the clock. 11:20 left to play here in the first half. Cyclones lead at 9-7. Good news is we get back on offense here. Russellville has had good field position, and it's led to 9 points. So this kick gets off of Mekhi Foster and out of bounds. So the fact that it hit off Mekhi Foster means Russell's going to get it at the 3-yard line. And I think he kind of just lost track of where he was on the field. So because if he lets it goes out of bounds, it's a penalty. If it goes in the end zone, then it's a touchback. So Russellville, they've had great field position until now. They started the game at their own 27, but then because of a punt return and a fumble, they started the next 2 drives at Lake Hamilton's 32 and then at Lake Hamilton's 25. This time they're going to start at their own 3-yard line. Russellville's got to come out and make first downs. The worst thing you can do is turn the ball over or a 3-and-out from this deep. And Tracy Daniels is going to get the call on the counter play, and he's pushed backwards, and this may be a safety. It is.
It is.
Russellville will give up 2 points on the safety, And we're all tied at 9. You don't see that too often, but you're going to see it here. So now Russell's going to have to kick, and they're going to have to kick from deep in their own end with the score tied at 9-9.
Well, Lake Hamilton knew what was coming. They felt like that Daniel was going to get the ball, and they were ready for him.
It was a counter play, but he couldn't get past the goal line there. Russell had the ball at the 3, but a 3-yard loss turns into a safety, and we're tied at 9. So on that scoring summary, Russell takes the ball at their own 3. They go negative 3 yards in one play, the safety by Lake Hamilton. And so we got a new ball game here with 11:13 left to play in the first half. Russell dominating the stats, but that doesn't matter. Not dominating the scoreboard. They've got 89 yards to Lake Hamilton 61. Russell 44 yards passing, 45 yards rushing on 20 total plays. Lake Hamilton just 12 plays, 61 yards all on the ground. Lake Hamilton's turned the ball over once. Russell did turn that into points. We've got, because of a punt return and a fumble, turn that into a field goal and a touchdown. Now Russell's going to have to kick off after a safety. The team gets 2 points, and then we have to kick off from the 20. So they're going to get fantastic field position here. And the Wolves, I don't know if they realized they're going to line it because, 3 of them did. 4 of them did. They now have another guy that ran up to the 30. Now they're realizing it. They got 2 guys deep back at their own 20. So Eli Stratton's going to have to kick off here from his own 20 with the score tied at 9. Waiting, Russellville doesn't have enough guys on, and they haven't started the play clock yet. So that's Tracy Daniels they'll run on to be part of the kick coverage team, and now they start it. Stratton can kick off whenever he wants. Runs up, he'll kick this one deep, but it's going to be fielded inside the 25 to the 23-yard line. This is wide. He's across the 30, sturdy step. He gets to the 40 and take it down there at the 42-yard line. So good field position for Lake Hamilton. Funny how this turns around. We had 9 unanswered points. Now they've had 9 unanswered points, and they've got the ball at their own 42-yard line to start this drive. And that last drive, the scoring drive that they had, they just seemed to run at will against the Cyclones, and shows you how early on when they were trying to throw the ball, they dropped back 2 different times, or meant to. One was a sack and one was a bad snap. They may keep it on the ground a little while. Crutchmer in motion. They will hand to him on the sweep. Russell trying to set the edge. They can't. Crutchmer's got it. He's across midfield. He's at the 45-40, and he's cut down into Cyclone territory at the 39-yard line. Russell didn't get that edge set over there, and he got the corner, and he goes to the 39, a pickup of 19 yards there by Crutchmer, who's got 71 yards on 7 carries.
Crutchmer did a good job. He was just running behind his blockers, waiting for them to get set up.
I think he just beat everybody to the edge there on that right side. And now Martin may get the call here. The Crutchmer's in motion. Now they're going to go to the Crutchmer again, running left side. He tucks it inside. He'll get inside the 35 to the 34-yard line, a pickup of 5 yards on the play. Justin Crutchmer, who was all-state defensive end last year here at Lake Hamilton. He's had offers. He's got offers from OBU and Central Oklahoma, but he wants to wrestle in college. He's been offered by North Carolina to wrestle there. He's a 3-time 5A state wrestling champion. His dad was the wrestling coach at OBU. That's his best sport. He's their best running back, their best football player, but wrestling's his thing. 2nd down and 5. And they hot ball at the 34-yard line, and Russell coming up the middle. They hit the quarterback. The quarterback didn't have the ball. That's okay. They're only going to get a yard on this play as they gave it on the inside handoff to Evan Payton, one of the wide receivers. That's okay. If they're going to carry out the fake like that, go hit the quarterback. Nothing wrong with that. 3rd down and 5. Lost about a half yard on that play. That'll still stick in the quarterback's mind, too.
Yeah. You need to touch him every once in a while.
They need the Cyclone 29-yard line for a 1st down here on 3rd down. Hurley under center. He'll give it to Crutchmer, running left side, trying to string it out. Russell again can't set the edge, but they do drag him down on a great tackle there. A loss of 1 on the play, as that's Eli Stratton that brings down Crutchmer. Good job, pursuit there by Eli Stratton. Loss of 1 on the play. It's going to bring up 4th down and 6. Now, they have not attempted a field goal all year. Or somehow they give him the 34-yard line. He did not make the 34. So it'll be 4th down and 5. They haven't attempted a field goal. This would be 51 yards anyway, so you know they're going to go for it. They don't want to punt from here. So 4th down and 5 for Hurley, and we'll see if he drops back to pass here. Crutchmer in motion. Russell jump, but did not jump in the neutral zone. Hurley stepping back. 8 seconds on the play clock. 8:45 left to go in the game. And Russell, again, maybe they're just trying to get us to jump. And they are. They're going to call timeout here. So we'll see what they want to do. They may just want to get us to jump, maybe talk about it. We're all tied at 9. We're going to take a quick break as Lake Hamilton calls timeout with 8:40 left to go in the first half. This is Russell Cyclone football.
Farmers Co-op, where we're finding out about fall pastures, haying equipment, baling twine. And Mike Apple's along with us. Mike, when it comes to those fall pastures, you've got a lot going on here.
Getting a lot of our seed in for the winter. Got a pretty good lineup now. Fertilizer's come down a little bit. It rained, so hey, we're optimistic and we're ready to go.
Farmers Co-op, East Main in Russellville. Don't forget their Danville location.
Welcome back. Lake Hamilton try and get Russellville to jump. They didn't, so still 4th and 5 from the 34. I don't think the situation changed. I think they just wanted to get Russellville to jump, see if they get a cheap 5-yard penalty. I think they're still going to go for it. Now, Russellville's defense has stopped people 47% of the time this season on 4th down. But Lake Hamilton here going to go for it. Ball on the left hash mark. Again, they have not attempted a field goal all season. I don't know why they do it right here in the 9th game of the year. And it's going to be out of the shotgun formation, but this is Hurley. He's going to move 3 guys to his left. This could be a sweep here to the short side of the field. They need 5 yards. Hurley back to pass on the play action. Backpedaling. He's going to throw across the middle. It's complete. They've got the first down inside the 25. Shedding a tackler there is Crutchmer, taken down inside the 15 to the 13-yard line. He's been their best receiver. They go to him there, and he gets the first down there. You want them throwing the football, but sometimes they're going to complete it. That's actually their first attempt, official attempt, and first completion there. The other 2, though, ended up in sacks, so not credited as a passing play. But they get 21 yards there, and they have it 1st and 10 at the Cyclone 13-yard line. We're all tied at 9, under 8.5 to go here in the first half. Russell giving up a safety, and after the 2 points, this is this drive. And now a nice tackle there by Darian Thomas, who slipped through, and he'll trip up Crutchmer for a loss. Back around the 16-yard line. Yeah, they tried to sweep to the short side of the field, and Darian Thomas just fought his way through there. And well, these spots are killing me because that was at the 16. They gave him the 14-yard line. That's only a loss of 1 on the play. I mean, it's not where he finishes his roll. It's where he first hits the ground. Under 7:45 left to play here in the first half. 2nd and 11. Hurley under center. Man in motion's Crutchmer. Play action to him. The lefty will turn around. He'll roll to his left. Flags fly. This is an area of holding. He's going to tuck it and run. He's going to step out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. But this is going to be holding against Lake Hamilton as they took down a Russell Cyclone. We got 2 flags, 1 at the 15, 1 at the 19-yard line. We're going to talk about where they want to spot it from. Now the white hat, he's talking a little bit to Lake Hamilton players, pointing down. They're going to mark it from the 15-yard line. So it'll end up being an 11-yard penalty because 1 yard or 10 yards from the spot. Now they've been penalized 3 times for 23 yards. This has been their worst penalty. Remember, they had that personal foul face mask that only went for 2 yards on what was supposed to be a half the distance, but it went from the 6 to the 4. This one pushes them back a little bit, 2nd and 22. Still not a passing situation for Lake Hamilton. They don't feel like they have to throw the ball ever. I was kind of glad they were dropping back there. All right, 2nd down and 22 at the Cyclone 25-yard line. They go back to the wing tee. The double wing. They're going to give it to the first man through, Kendrick, and he breaks a tackle. That's Crutchmer, and he's going to go all the way to the end zone. Talking as he does all the way into the end zone. Slowed up. He slows up sometimes to talk. Sometimes he slows up to put a lick on somebody, but there's 25 yards out, and Lake Hamilton has their first lead of the game as he carries it in from 25 yards out. And Crutchmer now here in the first half has 100 yards rushing on 11 carries. And now on to try the extra point is Brian Garcia, who is 25 of 32 after hitting the first one tonight earlier in the first quarter. The kick is up, and it hits the right upright, and no good. So both teams have had some extra point issues tonight. They do get the touchdown, but the extra point is no good. 15-9 is our score. Lake Hamilton leads it. We'll take a break. This is Russell Cyclone football.
Fellner's Athletes Corner, your high-performance athletic store for quality athletic footwear and apparel, features Nike, Under Armour, The North Face, Patagonia, Oakley, Saucony, New Balance, Brooks, Asics, Kabu, Keen, and many, many more. Fellner's invites you to make them your first stop. With more than 50 years combined experience, the familiar faces at Fellner's can help you with all your athletic needs. Fellner's Athletes Corner, 2320 West Main, Russellville, open 9:30 until 6 Monday through Saturday.
On that drive, Lake Hamilton goes 58 yards in 7 plays. Justin Crutchmer, 25-yard touchdown run. But remember, they got really good field position because of the safety, and we had to kick it off at 20. So that was a 9, well, I guess because the extra point was missed. It was an 8-point turnaround. Lake Hamilton taking their first lead, 15-9. They scored all 15 points here in the second quarter. Russell scored their 9 all in the first quarter. All right, let's turn it around. We had little mistakes happen on the last series and last kickoff return. Let's get it turned around. This one looks like it's going to go out of bounds, and this time Russell just lets it go. And did it hit at the goal line? It did. They're going to say it's a touchback. Boy, it was very close. They were kicking it right at that pylon, and even with the wind at their back, and it does get across the goal line just before it goes out of bounds. So Russellville is going to have the ball at their own 20-yard line. Well, Russellville, their 2 scoring drives, they didn't have to go very far as the defense and punt return team set them up on Lake Hamilton's side of the 50. Russell's 80 yards away here. Here's a screen pass on first down, complete. Across the line of scrimmage, Caden Rose. He'll take it for a yard to the 21-yard line. That was thrown and completed in traffic. Russell picks up a yard there. That's the third catch tonight for Caden for 30 yards. DA is 6 of 9 for 45 yards.
I like the way Reed's getting rid of the ball very quickly out of his hands.
You like to pick up more than 1 yard on first down. You're hoping to get 4 or 5, make a little easier play call. But good job by Lake Hamilton to fight through that. Tracy Daniels bouncing this one outside. He got some room. He's going to be cut down right around the sticks. I think they're going to put it down at the 29-yard line. Okay, 3rd and 1. They are checking to see if they were putting it down. The official was waving his arm saying he didn't get out of bounds. So 8 yards on the pickup. 38 yards for Tracy Daniels on 10 carries. Side note, he needs 10 more yards to go over 1,000 for the season. Russell running on a lineman, actually running on Magnus Golden here very late, number 99. Play clock down to 11, so they got time here on 3rd down and 1. Golden has a couple carries, but they're going to go out of the Wildcat formation. Hallmark going to keep it. This is the play he scored on. He's got the first down, and he drives past the 30 to the 33-yard line. Russell picks up the 3rd down conversion. They're going to put him down at the 32, saying he stepped out of bounds there with the clock stopped. At 6:02 left to play here in the first half. Russell trailing by 6, 15-9. Ball on the 32-yard line, left hash mark. Russellville with 3 timeouts remaining. Not thinking about calling it yet, just letting you know. D.A. Reed with Daniels to his left. And he's going to give it to Tracy on the sweep. He's across the 30 to the 35, a pickup of 3 yards on the play for Tracy Daniels. I'm going to mark him at the 34-yard line, so just a pickup of 2, trying to be as exact as possible. Came in the game and needing 48 yards to go over 1,000 yards rushing on the season. He'll be the 8th Cyclone to do that if he can get 8 more yards. Man in motion is Hallmark. Going to line up as the S-back here. Daniels going to get the call. He'll slip his way across the 45, takes a big lick. He'll get down at the 39-yard line. A little extra pushing going on outside of that play after the play is over, but Tracy down to the 39-yard line, pick up a 5 on that play. It'll be 3rd down and 3. Russell needs their own 42-yard line for a first down. 3 receivers now to the right if you count Ben Hallmark. Lone receiver to the far left is Caden Rose. Play action, DA is going to roll out to his left. He's looking downfield, nothing really open. He's going to tuck it and run. He's going to be dropped for a loss back at the 36-yard line. This is going to make it about 4th down and 6, and Russell may not go for it here. They might have if they were still at 4th and 3, but here they may not. We'll see.
Yeah, they're bringing a punt.
Yeah, Ben Hallmark's the punter, and he's backing up a little bit. So Russell going to have to punt the football away on 4th and 8. And Hallmark averaging 41 yards a punt. His long this year is 60. Had a 50-yarder last week. And he'll get this one away. It's a low spiral line drive. Going to be caught at the 25-yard line by White. No, sorry, that's Crutchmer. He stiff arms a man. He's got the edge. He's across the 40, 45, midfield, and steps out of bounds here. And a late flag's coming in. Russell's going to get a late hit out of bounds after he returned it to the 45-yard line. And, boy, the hits just keep on coming for Russell. A 41-yard punt, a 30-yard return there, and they're going to tack on 15 yards on top of this. And Russellville going the wrong direction after leading by a score of 9-0. Everything's going against the Cyclones right here. Tack on this penalty. They're going to start at our own 30-yard line, 30 yards away from tacking on to this 15-9 lead. It wasn't a hard hit, but it was just enough to get him to knock down to the ground there. And the personal foul penalty going against the Cyclones. They're going to put it down at the 30-yard line. Ball on the left hash mark. This is what you don't need to do here, especially against this running team. And they seem to have found themselves after Russellville had taken a 9-0 lead here in the second quarter. They scored a couple touchdowns and a safety. Hurley, the quarterback, talking to Martin. He's the fullback, man in motion. Play action. Hurley, the lefty, steps back. He's got plenty of time. Going to throw across the middle. It's incomplete. Great defense there by Kircher Herring, who is all over Justin Crutchmer. Kircher Herring offers to help Crutchmer up. Crutchmer doesn't take his hand. So it'll go 2nd down and 10, and almost like a quick change there. You see them go into the air there, which I'd much rather them throw it. Even if they complete it, I'll take my chances. They're more of a run-based team. 2nd down and 10. We figure we're going to see that here. Clock is stopped with 3:59 left to play in the first half. Cyclones trailing 15-9. Double wing formation again. Back to pass. It's going to be a completed pass inside the 25, the 20. They got the first down. Big hit taken, but they get down to the 14-yard line. Receiver there slow to get up, but he hangs on to the football. He throws the football over on the far side to the official. He's up hobbling a little bit, but hung on to the football, and that's Jacob Mudman. That's just his 8th catch on the season.
Yeah, he's coming out. He's not feeling the best in the world.
He picked up 16 yards, and now they've got it in the red zone. 1st and 10 for Lake Hamilton. They're rolling the clock here. It's under 3:45 left to play in the first half. The Wolves have a 6-point lead. Russellville needs a turnover. They've gotten one tonight already. A fumble recovery that does set up the offense at the 25-yard line of Lake Hamilton. They need something good to happen here. They're rushing the line of scrimmage. They're going to give it off to Kendrick Martin, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage. That'll be it. He was spun around right at the line of scrimmage. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Wolves. Clock rolling. Russellville trailing by 6 here. 3:10 left to play in the first half. Hurley, the quarterback, coming all the way over to talk to his coaching staff, and they may be rolling this clock down. No, they got plenty of time, 18 seconds. Now he's going to go back to the huddle with Jacob Mudman, his receiver, who caught that 16-yard pass to set him up at the 14. That actually ended up being a loss of 1 on that play. Now here's Crutchmer running left side, and Russellville forcing him out, and he's going to stay on his feet and get pushed out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage at the 15, so no gain there by Crutchmer. That's good when you can say that. He's just a good hard runner, and running, he's got more speed than what you think. And when I say set the edge, we got to string that out. We got to make sure that he doesn't get around the corner. And Russell did a good job stringing that one out there. 3rd and 11. Now they're not a great passing team, but they've done a good job of misdirection and protecting their quarterback after their first 2 dropbacks ended in big sacks. Let's see if they go here. They're going to go 2 wide receivers, no 3 wide receivers to the right. And Hurley, the lefty, going to look right. He's going to throw across the middle, wide open, complete at the 10, inside the 10 to the 5-yard line, very close to a first down. Wide open inside. I think that was Evan Payton.
I believe it was. There wasn't anybody on him.
No, check that. That was number 13, David Phelan, his 4th catch of the season. And, okay, they're putting the sticks down, so they gave him inside the 5 to the 4-yard line. I thought he was stopped at the 5, which would have meant it would have been 4th down and 1. But this way it's 1st and goal. I was waiting on it. The yard marker at the time actually moved it to 4th down, and then they told it, nope, it's a 1st down. So 1st down and goal from the 4-yard line. Defense needs a turnover here. Need a big stop. Man in motion, Russellville jumped, and they get off sides. It's going to make it half the distance to the goal. Russellville shooting themselves in the foot a lot here in the second quarter. In the special teams, the defense, offense, it's just kind of snowballed. Russellville led 9-0 at one point. But just seemingly everything going against Russellville right now in this one, half the distance to the goal. Just a 2-yard penalty, but it puts it 1st and goal from the 2. Clock rolling, under 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Russellville trailing 15-9. Hurley under center last time. They went quarterback keeper. This time he's going to quick hit to Kendrick Martin. He's into the end zone on his feet. He's got the touchdown, and now it's a 12-point lead for Lake Hamilton. Martin now 5 carries for 37 yards, but his first touchdown tonight makes it 21-9 Lake Hamilton. And last time they had the extra point miss as they hit the right upright. They're going to go for 2 here, leading by 12 to try to make it 14. So you put the ball down at the 3, and the offense gets to pick if they want it on either hash. They have to take it at the middle here. They want it at the middle. They're going to go shotgun formation, empty backfield here for Easton Hurley, the quarterback, man in motion. Play action. He's looking. He got a man wide open the flat. It's caught for the 2-point play. Wide open on that. Russell didn't cover the man in motion. A 2-point conversion is good. Cyclones trail 23-9 with 1:44 left to play in the first half. We'll take a break. This is Russellville Cyclone football.
First State Bank is proud to serve our community, a community made of hard-working friends and neighbors, folks who make our community better. You're why we offer personal, helpful service and convenient digital tools. You make our town what it is, deeply rooted, community-driven. First State Bank, these are our stomping grounds. Visit fsbmybank.com to learn more. Member FDIC.
Russell's made a few mistakes here in the second quarter. It's come back to haunt them as Lake Hamilton 23 unanswered points in this quarter. They lead at 23-0. On that one, they go 45 yards in just 6 plays after the big punt return and then the personal foul called on Russellville. Hurley hooked up with David Phelan on the 2-point play after Kendrick Martin carried it in from 2 yards out. Only took 2:21 on that scoring drive. 23-9, Lake Hamilton leading. Russellville has 1:44 if they want to do something and 3 timeouts. They're going to kick this one toward the left side. Mackay Foster, and that's Tracy Daniels going to take it at the 3-yard line across the 10, 15, 20. Takes it on the right side. He'll slip down just past the 25, 27-yard line. A late flag coming in. And hopefully this is not against us because it's going to push us back. If it's against Lake Hamilton, it would give us great field position, but we're going to have to wait and see. It's a 26-yard return by Tracy Daniels. The flag is right there, right around the 29-yard line, thrown along the side. And it's going to be a block to the back against Russellville.
Well, they caught Russellville doing that. Didn't catch Lake Hamilton earlier.
It'll be 10 yards. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I'll say 10-yard penalty, move us back to the 19-yard line. 1:36 left to play here in the first half. Russellville, they're 81 yards away from scoring. They have 3 timeouts left. And remember, Lake Hamilton going to get the ball to start the second half, so why not try something here? 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. And D.A. Reed going to roll to his right, nothing there. He's going to be pushed out of bounds. I think he might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. I don't know if that was just a busted play or miscommunication. It didn't look like anything was there because the receiver on the right side there was blocking. So 2nd down and 10. Ball at the 19-yard line. Clock stopped at 1:31 left. Three receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Tracy Daniels to the right of D.A. Reed. And now it's going to be a draw play coming back to the left by Tracy Daniels. He slips a tackle in the backfield. He'll get across the line of scrimmage to the 20. Pickup of 1 on the play. I don't know if Russell wants to go quick here because they're in danger of giving the ball back to Lake Hamilton. they don't pick it up here, and now Lake Hamilton realizes that, and they're going to call timeout, using their second timeout. 1:14 left. Russell looking at 3rd down and 9 from their own 20. We'll take a quick break. Cyclones trailing 23-9. This is Russell Cyclone football.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more reliability, durability, and versatility built in, like #1 selling Kubota BX and L Series compact tractors, Z Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Visit your local Kubota dealer for a demo today. In the River Valley, see River Valley Tractor on Weir Road in Russellville.
KCJC, Dardanelle, Russellville.
You guys play the best country of all.
River Country, KCJC.
Lake Hamilton thinking that there's blood in the water, and they're going to go for the kill shot here as they call a timeout. They're going to force Russell's hand here. The Cyclones looking at 3rd down and 9 with 1:14 left in the first half at their own 20. I think if they get a stop here, they're going to force Russell to punt, try to tack on a cheap score, leading the Cyclones 23-9, and Lake Hamilton's going to get the ball, start the second half. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. D.A. Reed back to pass. Going to throw across the middle, and it's intercepted. Lake Hamilton has it at the 32-yard line, running right side. He's inside the 20, inside the 15, takes it there at the 13-yard line. Reed was going for Harrison, but it was picked off, and Lake Hamilton is really having themselves a fantastic quarter as they intercept that at the 32, return it all the way down to the 13-yard line. As a 19-yard return, and they have the ball deep in Russell's own end. Russell's defense got to step up here. I mean, they're put in a really bad spot here, having Lake Hamilton with the ball at our 13. But you're down by 14 points right now. Lake Hamilton going to get the ball to start second half. You cannot allow them in the end zone, and Russell going to call timeout. Talk to their defense. And, Coach Wheeler talks about quick turnaround, and one of his stats he keeps is no matter when the other team's offense takes over, you've got to stop them. You cannot let them score. Russell really needs a turnover, some kind of stop here, trailing 23-9. But everything going Lake Hamilton's way here in the second quarter. Russell at the end of the first quarter led 9-0. But as we started the second quarter, Lake Hamilton had it 1st and goal at the Cyclone 3, and it's just been snowball from there. I mean, when you look at it, they scored in the first 40 seconds with a touchdown, made the extra point, then a safety coming right back. They tied the game at 9, and then after Russell kicked off, they went 58 yards in 7 plays, missed the extra point, but made it 15-9. They got the ball back after a good punt return and then tacked on a personal foul penalty. They only go 45 yards in 6 plays. 2-point conversion was good. And Russell just sort of reeling right now. And you're kind of just shaking your head like it seemed like just a minute ago we were up 9-0. And now we're down 23-9. Hopefully that's all we're down. First down for Lake Hamilton at the Cyclone 13-yard line. Out of the double wing. Hurley's going to turn. Nope, he's going to inside handoff here. And they got some room over there on the right side. And then Russell's going to retreat nicely and stop the pursuit there at the 10-yard line as the inside handoff was given to Gavin Thomason. He had some room there, but Russell only gave up 3 yards.
Yeah, Ben Hallmark wasn't fooled by that and was able to get him down.
Good recovery there. 42 seconds left. They're going to have to go quick. Second down. They've only got 1 timeout left. And now Hurley's going to give it to Crutchmer, running left side, and he picks up a block. It's going to be flagged here. He's inside the 10, wrestled down at the 6-yard line, but it's going to be a hold or a block in the back here. And now Gillerin is yelling at the official about that. On the previous one, he was upset at his player. This one, I think he's upset at the official. And you better watch him. Might get a sideline warning here. And the play was down to the 6, but the flag is at the 11, so it negates the run. It'll still be second down. It's going to be a 10-yard penalty, but it'll push him back 11 yards, so it counts as an 11-yard penalty. They'll have it second down and 18, but really that's the real thing about that is it's 28 seconds left. They've only got 1 timeout, and the clock should start on the ready for play, not the snap. They should start it right now. They're not starting it, but they should have started the clock already. And now back to pass. Hurley, plenty of time. He's going to throw to the end zone. It goes off the fingertips of Crutchmer. That pass was overthrown. Crutchmer almost made a fantastic play. They're getting some extra time there because they didn't start the clock in time. It's down to 22 seconds, but they almost picked up the touchdown there on a great play by Crutchmer. And it was just off his fingertips. I tell you, I thought that was well overthrown, but he made a nice diving attempt. And as he went to the ground, he almost had another chance to reach out and catch it falling down. 22 seconds left. 3rd down and 18. Ball at the 21-yard line of Russellville.
Yeah, because they didn't start that. That play only went 6 seconds.
All right, ball at the 21-yard line. They still have a timeout, so they could run the football here. They show in the double wing, and now we have a timeout called by Lake Hamilton. And no. Okay, the official on the far side signaled Lake Hamilton. The white hat signaled Russellville. It is going to be Russellville's timeout. We'll take a quick break with 22 seconds left in the first half. Russellville trailing by 14. This is Russellville Cyclone football.
For over 70 years, Old South Restaurant at 1330 East Main Street in Russellville has been faithfully serving the River Valley. Whether it's starting your day with a good old-fashioned breakfast or helping you make it through the workday with a hearty home-styled lunch, and of course serving your family with a dinner that would even make your mama proud. Old South Restaurant on Main Street in Russellville. We're here for you.
We're here for you, so come on by Old South.
All right, here's the situation. Russellville trailing by 14. Lake Hamilton trying to attack on a cheap score here with 22 seconds left in the first half. They have it 3rd down and 18 at the Cyclone 21-yard line. Russellville was helped out by a holding penalty when they had gotten down to the 6-yard line, so that's what pushed them back. Lake Hamilton still with one timeout, so they could run the football here and still call timeout to get another play in. I got a feeling they're going to try to throw something underneath. They've been very successful on these 5, 10-yard passes and then making yards after the catch. Russellville using a timeout there. Here we go, 3rd and 18. Play action, and now stoppage of play. A false start going to be called as they jumped along that right side. Lake Hamilton is going to go backwards to the 26-yard line. That's the 5th penalty on the Wolves for 39 yards. They put it back at the 26, so 3rd and 23, and they ran off 3 seconds. And Lake Hamilton's trying to get the 3 seconds put back on the clock. They're talking to the white hat here, and yeah, they should kill the play there. Usually a second or two comes off, but they're trying to check. Of course, the official clock is kept down there anyway, so they're trying to put, they're trying to get 3 seconds back on as the clock shows 19, and they are going to put it back on there, so it's back up to 22. So 3rd and 23 from the Cyclone 26-yard line. And now they're just going to go out of the shotgun. Hurley, play action, back to pass, looking right. He's going to throw it, and it's going to be complete at the 21-yard line. Hang on, Russellville hanging on, gets it to the 20. So a pickup of 6 yards with 14 seconds left, and Lake Hamilton going to spend their final timeout here on 4th down. This would be a 37-yard field goal, but again, they have not attempted a field goal all season long. So I think they're just going to go for it here. That was completed to Wyatt for 6 yards.
And that was Foster who made that tackle and held on to him and brought him down.
Yeah, and it's important because you keep him, maybe wasted another couple seconds there just by hanging him up there. And I tell you, if Russell could stop here, that pass just hangs up there long enough. I mean, Mackay, if he's a little closer, he's running the other way and nobody's catching him. They got to get inside the 3 for a first down, but I know they're not worried about that right now because even if they got the first down, the clock would only stop enough to drop the chains and move the first down marker. So they're thinking this has probably got to go to the end zone here, and Russell's probably thinking the same thing. 14 seconds left. Lake Hamilton out of timeouts. The scoreboard here shows them with 1, but they're the one using this timeout. Russell's still with 1. Hey, they might see Lake Hamilton's alignment and decide to call timeout themselves, but we'll see what the Wolves line up with. They're going to run out of the shotgun. They have a receiver to the right and one to the left, and now that's what Coach Wheeler's going to do. He's going to spend his last time out, wanting to see their formation. Coach Wheeler looking at Lake Hamilton's alignment and calling a timeout here. Russellville trailing by 14. It's an important part of the game. I mean, not the most important because I think if we stop them here, it's still going to be depend on the first drive of the third quarter, but you don't want to let them get in a cheap score after we turn the ball over. It was Russell's first turnover of the game. Both defenses come up with turnovers on the offensive side of the 50. Again, Russell scoring 9 points in the first quarter. Lake Hamilton with 23 points in the second quarter. Coming up halftime, we'll have stats for you. We'll have scores from around the state. We also have a Cyclone history moment for you. Now both teams out of timeout, so we're not going to have another stoppage of play unless we have a penalty. It's 4th down and 17 for Lake Hamilton at the Cyclone 20-yard line. And Hurley, a little bit different formation here. Now they have 3 receivers to the right, if you count the S-back, and one's going to go in motion. That's Crutchmer. He's the main man to watch. He's going to run wide on left side. Hurley checks the sideline, and he's back to pass. He's looking left all the way, going to roll to his left. He's going to throw on the move, and it's going to be tipped and complete. Did he get in? Did he get in? No signal yet. We're waiting. We're waiting, and they're going to signal touchdown as Crutchmer took it. It went off the hands of a defender for Russellville. Crutchmer kept both feet in, catching the football, and they score here, and they make it 29-9 with 7 seconds left, converting a 4th down and 17 from 20 yards out. Good concentration there by Crutchmer. It goes off the fingertips of Russellville. Looked like it was going to be intercepted or maybe knocked down. Off the fingertips of the Cyclones at Crutchmer. And he's been the one making all the right moves here in the first half. He's got 41 yards receiving. He's got over 100 yards rushing. And now we're waiting the extra point as they look like they're going to line up for the extra point. The man in the white hat talking to one of the officials there on that, and they're saying something to the clock operator there. I don't know what is. It shows 7 seconds left, but they're talking up here to the press box, and now I guess we're ready to go. And 29-9 our score. It's been a fantastic second quarter for Lake Hamilton. The extra point is good, 30-9. A big turnaround here, just a horrible quarter for the Cyclones, and we're going to take a break with 7 seconds left in the first half. Russell trailing 30-9. This is Russell Cyclone football.
Arkansas Tire and Auto Service, we're more than just tires. Consistent, responsive, honest and fair. What makes us different? We're the ones who care. Trust our experience to know what you need. Professional and fast, see what we mean. Arkansas Tire and Auto Service, we're more than just tires.
Arkansas Tire and Auto Service, 2304 East Main, Russellville.
Well, it's been Lake Hamilton's offense here in the second quarter, scoring 30 points. I guess technically their defense scored 2 of those points, 30 points, and they lead the Cyclones 30-9, converting a 4th down and 17 there on a 20-yard touchdown pass. The extra point was good, and 7 seconds left. They lead the Cyclones 30-9. It's just gotten away from us a little bit, just snowballed into that. Here's the kickoff. They switch kickoff guys here, and this one going to angle, and Tracy Daniels going to catch it here at the 6-yard line. Is across the 20, 25, spins around down at the 30-yard line with 2 seconds. Now 1 second left. Russellville could run one play here, and we'll see what they want to do. If they want to chunk it up, or if they just want to take a knee and try to forget that this quarter ever happened. 24 yards on the return by Tracy. Russellville comes out, and they may just want a regular play, and maybe they could break one. You never know. They're going to have it at the 30-yard line.
Looks like they're
going to take a knee. Yep.
Yeah.
1 second left. This knee will be the end of a forgettable second quarter. And Russellville is going to go back to the drawing board, make some adjustments here as we've come to the end of the first half. Russellville trailing Lake Hamilton by a score of 30-9. This is Russellville Cyclone football.
This is Todd, Market President with Centennial Bank. We're more than just a financial institution. We pride ourselves on being community-focused and connected.
Hi, I'm Charlie, Business Development Officer with Centennial Bank. As a lifelong resident of the River Valley, I am proud to be part of a team that brings passion, pride, and dedication to our communities.
Supporting our community starts with people like myself and Charlie, who know and love the River Valley area, which is why we're always banking with you in mind. Centennial Bank is proud to support the place we call home. NMLS number 564245, member FDIC, equal equal housing lender.
Olathe Realty is proud to support all of our local student athletes. At Olathe Realty, we believe the community comes first, and there's nothing quite like community than cheering on your favorite team from the stands. Olathe Realty is committed to provide our area with gold standard service in every aspect of your real estate transaction. So whether you're loading up to go to the game or settling in for an evening at home, you can rest assured Olathe Realty is taking care of you. Call us today at 479-968-5668. Olathe Realty. We put the real in real estate. Find us on Facebook today.
The heater broke down, I had to act fast. Wiggled some wires, I broke the thermostat. My wife got cold and nose started to freeze. She said, hey man, gotta call AshleyAir.com. Your heater breaks down, they're the one you want. AshleyAir.com. They're fast and they're good and they got it going on. Technician showed up the very same day. Got it fixed right and fast, he was on his way. Next time your heater breaks, you know who to call. There's only one choice, AshleyAir.com.
Have you heard? C-Max is now open. Come by C-Max today for some good old Southern food and hospitality. Bring the friends and family out for a wholesome, laid-back atmosphere and enjoy authentic, unique menu items like alligator and frog legs. Plus restaurant staples like burgers, fish, salads, sliders, and more. C-Max got something for everyone, and they're committed to quality and putting God first in all they do. So what are you waiting for? Come by C-Max on Parkway Drive in the old Steak and Shake location for lunch or dinner today.
Rough second quarter for the Cyclones as they give up 30 points. It sounds like a pounding that to the ground, but you got to realize it was a totally different first quarter and second quarter. We kind of had a sense of that because Lake Hamilton had driven down inside our 5, but that first quarter was good for Russellville. Second quarter bad. We got to make some adjustments here. We trail it here at the half, 30-9. What's your assessment of the first half?
Well, I think there's been a lot of mental mistakes by the Cyclones. It's pretty obvious that we jumped into the neutral zone 2 times. You know, when was the last time you've seen Russellville do that? And it's just, they're anxious. I understand that, but you can't play a person when you're up on that line like that. You got to play the ball. You don't move until that ball moves. And it's just a mental mistake. Also, we had a little bit of breakdown in our secondary, especially in the middle. But I think a lot of this is in the heads of the Cyclones. Now, this Kirchner, if that's how you pronounce it, excellent ball player for Lake Hamilton, no question at all. But he has a mouth. I mean, us being this far away, you can see that. He's talking to Russellville. And the bad thing, I think, is Russellville's listening to him. A player like that, you just get it out of your mind, and you take him down when you get a chance to take him down. And Russellville needs to focus on their game plan and not on somebody, an individual player or anything like that. So I think the coach is going to talk about mental mistakes. We've got to overcome that.
Well, Crushmer's been a one-man wrecking crew. He's got 2 touchdowns in this first half, 141 all-purpose yards. I should say all-purpose yards, not counting the big punt return that he had. So he's a little over 180 with that. They had 0 passing yards at the end of the first quarter. They come out throw for 74 yards and a touchdown in the second quarter, what was supposed to be the weak link, but they've done a good job in the passing game, 5 of 7, all in the second quarter for 74 yards. Russellville dominated everything in the first quarter, and it was the mirror image of that in the second quarter, and the Lake Hamilton Wolves getting the better of Russellville on the scoreboard 30-9. We're going to take a break, come back with more of your halftime show. This is Russellville Cyclone Football.
If your business's telephone system, alarm system, cabling, or even CCTV aren't up to date, your business is not secure. Tracer Communications is a one-stop shop for new and existing businesses that value honesty, hard work, and quality solutions. So you can save time and money and focus on your business while they take care of your phone and security systems. And that saves you money and protects your investment. So call your local Tracer Communications at 890-6499 to set up an appointment or visit tracercoms.com for a full list of services today.
At Liberty Car Wash in Russellville, you have options. You can wash your car yourself or drive through one of the automatic car washes. Liberty Car Wash also gives you the option of washing your fur baby. Why make a mess in your home and risk clogging your drains when you can wash Max at Liberty Car Wash? Visit Liberty Car Wash today on Knoxville Avenue and South Arkansas Avenue in Russellville, where you always have options.
Pico Food says good luck to all the players, coaches, cheerleaders, and marching bands taking the field tonight. Under the lights, it's not about who's in your path, it's about who's in your huddle. And Pico Foods is a proud teammate and supporter of local communities and the state's agricultural producers. Learn more about Pico Foods' mission to support producers in Arkansas and Missouri by calling David Durham or James Chester, 870-202-7101. In Alabama and Mississippi, call Craig Bird or John Taylor Hickman, 601-670-9383.
It's that time of year again to start thinking about reviewing your Medicare plan. Hi, I'm Mike Giroux with Giroux & Associates and Medicare Specialists of Arkansas, reminding you to take the time to allow a local agent to assist you with your Medicare plan review. Choosing the wrong plan can cause you to spend money unnecessarily, cause you to lose valuable benefits, or cause you to have to change a provider you currently use. Don't be fooled by the misleading commercials on TV. Call a local agent to assist you with finding a plan that best meets your needs. I'm your local Medicare specialist. Call me at 479-857-2810.
Welcome back. We're at the half, and the Cyclones trailing Lake Hamilton by a score of 30-9. Let's look over the first half statistics. Russellville 103 total yards to Lake Hamilton's 187. As we break down Russellville, they had 45 yards passing, 58 rushing. Remember, they had a little over 80. In fact, I think 87 in the first quarter, so not much going in the second quarter. D.A. Reed was 6 of 10 throwing the football for 45 yards. No touchdown. Did have that interception there on their last official drive of that set up the or before the last drive was actually just taking a knee, so the last official drive of the first half. Receiving, Caden Rose has been the one targeted the most. He has 3 catches for 30 yards. Alec Bowles has 2 catches for 14. Tracy Daniels has been thrown to once. He has 1 catch for a yard. Running the football, Tracy Daniels 2 yards away from getting 1,000 yards for the season. He lost some yards on that and then had to make that up. He's got 13 carries, 46 yards. D.A. Reed's carried the ball 4 times for 6 yards. So one of those was a sack. Ben Hallmark, 2 rushes for 7. Did have that touchdown. His other rush was a third down conversion for the Cyclones. For Lake Hamilton, they had 74 yards passing, 113 rushing. Most of theirs came in the second quarter. Easton Hurley, their quarterback, 5 of 7 for 74 yards, does have a touchdown pass. Justin Crutchmer, 2 catches for 41 yards, has a touchdown reception. He also has a touchdown rushing. He's 12 carries for 100 yards. Kendrick Martin, 5 carries for 37 yards, a touchdown. Easton Hurley, the quarterback, did also score on a quarterback sneak. The plays are somewhat even. The time of possession even almost. Total plays 30 for Russellville, Lake Hamilton 29. Time possession, Lake Hamilton leads that 12-23 to 11-37. Turnover margins even. Both teams turning the ball over deep in their own end. Penalty yards even. 5:37 for Russellville. 5 penalties on the Wolves for 39 yards. Third down conversions, Russellville's 3 of 7. Lake Hamilton's 1 of 4. Russellville went for 1 fourth down, didn't get it. Lake Hamilton's gone for 2. And converted them both. But on the scoreboard, remember that safety was huge. There's some mental mistakes by Russellville. 30 points in that second quarter. They lead Russellville 30-9 here at the half. Looking across in our conference, of course, the biggest game, not just in our conference, but biggest game in probably in the state tonight, and definitely 6A, is PA is at Greenwood, and PA leading Greenwood at the half 15-13. Mountain Home trailing Van Buren 42-14. That's a halftime score. And our other game, Little Rock Christian leading Greenbrier 23-7. That is also at the half. Around the area, Hector is all over Mountainburg. This is a halftime score of 41-0. On our radio side on 102.3, coming up after this ball game at 10 o'clock, you can hear Rex Nelson, voice of the Ouachita Baptist Tigers, as he has the scoreboard show to go from 10 o'clock until midnight over on 102.3. KCJC and OBU played last night, so he may be a little tired as he had to call that game last night and doing the scoreboard show tonight over on the radio side. We're at the half, Russellville trailing 30-9. Coming up after the break, we'll talk about the Cyclone History segment. That's coming up. This is Russellville Cyclone Football.
Heinzman & Son Incorporated reminds you, when you need new tires or auto repairs, Heinzman & Son has a well-trained staff to treat you like family, and their goal is always on customer service. It's the foundation of their business, which is why so many people in the River Valley call Heinzman & Son their tire shop. Find Heinzman & Son on Facebook. Check out their reviews and call 880-1222 to make an appointment today. Heinzman & Son, serving the River Valley for over 30 years and counting.
When it comes to buying or selling a home, there really is a better way. As soon as you start talking with our team at A Better Way Realty in Russellville, you're going to feel the difference. Imagine if you had a great friend in the real estate industry, someone who genuinely cared about you and your family and was passionate about taking care of you. That is the philosophy of everyone who works here at A Better Way Realty. We want your business because we earn it, period. Discover what experience and heart can do with A Better Way Realty. Find us on Facebook and see the difference. A Better Way Realty. Real estate done a better way.
ABC Children's Academy is currently enrolling for the 2022 school year. With 14 locations in Pope, Johnson, and Yell County, ABC provides all-day child care, as well as a variety of enrollment options for families, including Arkansas Better Chance for ages 3 to 5, plus more. Visit abcchildrensacademy.com for more info, and come by their central office on 4th Street in Russellville to apply in person, or call 567-5650. ABC Children's Academy. Changing our world one student at a time.
The folks at Arkansas River Valley Heating and Air want to take a moment not only to thank you for your business, but also the opportunity to work for you and give your family whole house comfort. Every kind word that you put online and personal recommendation to your friends and family is appreciated. Customers like you are not only vital to their business, but vital to making our community as great as it is. From their family to yours, thank you. From Arkansas River Valley Heating and Air.
Welcome back. We're at the half. The Cyclones trailing by a score of 30-9 here against Lake Hamilton, and we'll talk more about that first half when we start to get ready for the second half and our takeaways. But time for this moment in Cyclone history. We'll go back all the way back to 2017, just 6 years ago. Well, we're going back this because in week 6 on 2017, it was the last time Russellville defeated Lake Hamilton. They did it right here in Wolf Stadium. Russellville won the game 40-35, 421 yards of offense, 319 through the air. It was Ryan Talley who was on target that night. He threw for 4 touchdown passes, 310 yards on 29 of 39 passing. Talley also added a rushing touchdown, and that tied a school record where he had 5 touchdowns in one game. When he was throwing the football, he hit Rhett Atkins a couple times, who had 133 yards receiving on 11 catches, averaging 12.1 yards a catch that night. Russell won the football game 40-35. Now, Lake Hamilton, they didn't lay down. They had 454 yards of offense. They had 395 on the ground on 33 carries. It was a tight game, and when you look at the stats, I mean, the plays were dead even. The time possession was in 3 minutes of each other. Third down conversions, both teams converted 6 of them, and Russellville held a 27-14 lead at the half, had to hang on, literally. Lake Hamilton had scored on an 80-yard drive in 5 plays to cut the lead to 40-35 after the extra point. They got the ball back, and they got the ball back with 1:53 left at their own 40-yard line. They drove all the way down to the Cyclones 16, and on 4th down and 7 on the last play of the game, I'll never forget it, they threw it to the left corner of the end zone, and who was there? Johnny Booker for the Russellville Cyclones, knocking the ball down, preserving the victory on the game's final play. And Johnny, now what's he doing? He's now a state trooper, I believe, and congratulations to him for that. But I remember that, and I was glad that he knocked that ball down, and Russellville hung on. It's back in 2017, the last time the Cyclones defeated Lake Hamilton. Did it right here, 40-35. That is your moment in Cyclone history. Love to have a comeback moment that we could reference years from now, talking about tonight, as the Cyclones trail here by a score of 30-5. We're going to take a break, come back with more of your halftime show. This is Russellville Cyclone football.
Taking care of families. That's what the folks at C&D Drugstore have been doing in historic downtown Russellville for more than 6 decades when it comes to all your pharmaceutical needs. When it comes to compounding, special medicines, R.D. Walker and his staff are there to serve you. And most importantly, if you need delivery, if you need curbside pickup, you need C&D Drugstore on the corner of B and Commerce in downtown Russellville, a 60-year tradition.
A solid roof for your business is key to keeping your employees, products, and valuables dry and clean. If you're experiencing roof leaks that are resulting in damaged equipment, stained ceilings, and walls, then don't let Mother Nature get the best of your business. The folks at E&F Roofing offer free commercial roof inspections, but their experience is priceless for your business, not to lose productivity and extend the life of your roof. So contact E&F Roofing today for a free commercial inspection at 479-272-4069.
At Fleet Tire, Point S, the S stands for service, selection, and savings. Fleet Tire knows the importance of a handshake and the significance of a referral. That will never change. At Fleet Tire Point S, you'll still find the same local owners, friendly service, and guarantees on warranties. Fleet Tire Point S consistently offers unparalleled service and quality tires to fit every budget because you, the customer, are always the top priority at Fleet Tire Point S. So come by today and experience the Fleet Tire Point S difference. No stress with Point S.
Shane here with you, and we're speaking with my very good friend, Mr. Nathan George from Joshua's Fine Jewelry in downtown Russellville.
One of the things that we have acquired is a laser engraving machine, whether it's engraving just simple engravings or making something out of a block of metal. We're working on inside and outside ring engraving, like the Yeti cups or things like that, glass, wood, guns. Like those are things that we will be able to do in the pretty near future.
Joshua's Fine Jewelry in downtown Russellville.
Welcome back. We're at the Wolf Stadium in Percy, Arkansas, the campus of Lake Hamilton High School. The Cyclones trailing the Wolves 30-9 here at the half. Congratulations to Coach Jimmy Wilson, the Russellville Whirlwinds. They defeated Little Rock Christian Academy last night. Big win at Cyclone Stadium, 46-27. Whirlwind team scored every time they touched the ball except the last possession when they ran out the clock. And was 5 of 6 on 2-point conversions. They switched offenses to the double wing. All they've done there is win like 5 or 6 in a row. The Whirlwind team will conclude their regular season on Tuesday. That's right, Tuesday, not Thursday. They always play their last game of the year on Tuesday. And they will go to Morrilton. We hope to have that game for you on Cyclone Booth, our YouTube channel. But congratulations to them for that big 46-27 victory at Cyclone Stadium. There's no school in the Russellville School District for students on Monday because it's a teacher work day. So I know the junior high kids are going to come in and actually practice during the day before that football game. Ladarius Prince, by the way, I got to mention this last night, scored 4 touchdowns for the Cyclones, and so they switched that running offense. They've been tough to stop. In fact, we've talked to some of their coaches. The only thing stopped them is themselves. They've done a fantastic job with that. Congratulations goes out to them. Well, as we're looking at some of the scores across the state, the one that jumps out is halftime score West Memphis against Benton. And that's West Memphis leading Benton 18-17. Why that matters is because we were looking at it before the game started, and Russellville, should they lose tonight or if they win and the 2 games next week does not go their way, they will end up being a 5 seed. That's the worst they can be, is a 5 seed going in the playoffs. Now, what's that mean is, of course, they're off next week, but then the first week of the playoffs, they'll go on the road. We were mainly looking at Marion and West Memphis because if they're a 5 seed, they're going to go visit the 3 seed. And right now it's deadlocked between Marion and West Memphis. So either way, it looks like it's going to be a long trip. However, if West Memphis upsets Benton, we could be going to Benton. And I don't care if they're a 3 seed. I know they're 6-2 or 6-1 in conference. They're a tough team, and that would be because they're really probably second best team in the conference. But if they fall to a 3 seed, that's going to be tough going. I didn't even bring that up to Coach Wheeler. Talked about West Memphis and Marion. He felt like we matched up well against both those teams, even with going on the road. But Benton's a whole different ball game, and so I'm secretly hoping that that they would come back and win that ball game. But we will not know tonight where we will go. We will know next week, obviously, but we have an idea that if we don't win tonight, we are going on the road, and it'll either be Benton, Marion, or West Memphis. Again, that's not next Friday night, as Russellville is off next Friday night. It's the final regular season, but Russellville has the bye week in conference. Russellville only playing 9 games this year, too, because of Hot Springs Lakeside hightailing it out of town when it was raining and they didn't want to wait out the lightning delay. So Russellville only getting 9 games in, and they're going to rest next week and get ready for the first round of the state playoffs and have the week off. And then opening on November the 11th, either on the road at one of those 3 places, or if they can come back and win here and then get a couple games going their way, they can host a game at Cyclone Stadium. Now, Russell comes back and win tonight, they still stand to be a 4 seed. Mentioned this in the pregame, but I want to mention this now. The 2 games next week, if Russell wins tonight, the 2 games they need to go their way. They need PA to beat Lake Hamilton, which PA will be the favorite, and then they need Greenwood to be upset by Little Rock Christian, which could happen. Those are both. Neither one of those are far-fetched, but Russell, first and foremost, has to take care of business and try to find a way to come back and win this game. The good thing is Russellville on the season has scored the most of their points. If you break down by quarters, they scored the most of their points in the third quarter. So maybe some halftime adjustments will help them to cut into this lead here that they are looking here at halftime. Russellville trailing 30-9. We're going to take a break and come back with the second half. This is Russell Cyclone football.
Do you need your wisdom or other teeth removed? Do you have a toothache? Are you considering dental implants to replace missing teeth or to help anchor a denture? Be sure to see Dr. Forrest Bale for a no out-of-pocket consultation at Lakeside Oral, Facial, and Dental Implant Surgery. Lakeside is contracted with many insurance companies and has multiple financing options to minimize your out-of-pocket costs. Have your oral surgery in a caring, state-of-the-art facility right here in Russellville. Visit their website at lakesideofs.com.
Miller Roofing Company. They've served the River Valley since 1991 with a reputation for superior work and reliability. Now, to keep up with demand, Miller Roofing Company is looking for reliable, experienced individuals to join a team that stood the test of time, serving their community for 31 years and is still going strong. To be a part of the Miller Roofing Company family, call 890-3499 to set up an interview or stop by 318 South Arkansas Avenue.
Hey, Sharp Dunaway here for my friends over at Mr. Glass in Russellville. Let's face it, having to fix a broken window on your daily driver absolutely sucks. Mr. Glass works with your insurance company to make that process suck way less with fast and friendly service. They offer complete auto glass replacement, talking about your windshield, doors, back glass. They got you. Go see Shane and Bob at Mr. Glass, 1415 East Main Street in Russellville. Kicking glass and taking names for over 30 years. That's Mr. Glass.
Why trust River Valley Tinting and Glass? Well, River Valley Tinting and Glass is a family-owned business, and they take care of their customers like family too. So remember, your local auto, residential, and commercial glass and tinting company, River Valley Tinting and Glass. Check out their work on Facebook or call 890-5839 to get an estimate. Or you could always come by 2202 East 2nd Street to see all they can do for you. From a business you can trust, River Valley Tinting and Glass.
Hi, I'm Aaron. I'm Scott. And I'm Corey, and we're the Treewise Tree Guys. Tree work experts based in Russellville, Arkansas. You have a problem tree that you'd like removed, trimmed, or otherwise dealt with, we're the guys to call. If you're looking for the best, look no further. We're the highest rated in the area. 5-star rating on Google. Give Jalen a call today, 479-222-0793. That's 479-222-0793. Treewise Tree Guys.
Well, as we look at our first half takeaways, I think what jumps out at Russellville, even though they had that good first quarter, they did not run the football like they had in the previous winning streak, even at last week against the loss against the Greenwood Russellville. 20 carries, just 58 yards. But also that second quarter, really, Lake Hamilton made use of the great field position. Their average drive start was the 44-yard line. Of course, they had 2 drives that started deep in Russellville's own end. 9 points for Russellville in the first quarter, 30 points for Lake Hamilton in the second quarter, and that's where we start the second half with the Cyclones trailing 30-9. Lake Hamilton will start with the football. Russellville kick off, and Russellville elects to have the wind at their back in the third quarter because you get to, if the other team gets to pick if they want to receive the ball, you get to pick when you want the wind. Russellville wants it right now. So we're ready for the third quarter, and it'll be Eli Stratton, who kicked a field goal earlier tonight. 31-yarder, his career long. He's 2 of 2 on the season. Didn't start the year as the field goal extra point guy, but he's filled in nicely for Coach Wheeler, and of course playing defense also, and he'll kick off here with the wind at his back. They have Wyatt back at the 5-yard line. Stratton did kick one into the end zone. See if he goes this one. He's going to kick it away from Wyatt. Wyatt's going to let it hit in the end zone as it hit at the 2 and roll into the end zone, and Lake Hamilton's going to start at their own 20-yard line. That'll cut into that average drive start a little bit.
Yeah, good kickoff. Make them go the length of the field.
Yeah, I mean, they can do it, but yeah, at least make them do it.
Give our defense a chance to get a turnover, create one.
Again, we'll say this throughout the second half. Russellville going to be off next week, so our next broadcast is 2 weeks from tonight. We don't know where, we don't know who. We could tell you that it will definitely be on the road if we don't come back and win this game, but even then we still don't know who. All right, Lake Hamilton, they ran a little bit out of the shotgun, but they're going to come out under center in their normal double wing offense. Crutchmer, the man in motion, number 5. He's the one that had the great first half, and he follows the lead blocker, put his hand on his back, and is going to be tackled at the 25-yard line after a 5-yard gain. Crutchmer coming in as advertised, and even as great a football player as he has been, picking up more offers all the way. Just picked one up recently from Central Oklahoma. He's a 3-time 5'8" state wrestling champion, and he's been offered a D1 scholarship to wrestle. Verbally committed on that one last year. 2nd down and 5. Hurley back to pass. He's going to throw this one. It's complete, but for a diving back to make the catch was Jacob Mudman, who was wide open, but it ends up being a 2-yard gain because the pass wasn't all that great thrown there. But they do pick up a couple yards at the 27-yard line.
Yeah, it was behind him a little bit, and he had to lay down just to even catch it.
Yeah, Russellville's giving some ground on that. They'll come out 3rd down and 3 at their own 27-yard line. This would be huge if Russellville could start the game or start the second half with a 3-and-out. Figure it's a running play here, but they got the T formation here. Give it Crutchmeyer, and he's going to be hitting the backfield. Stiff arms a man there, but wrapped up, slowed him up just enough, and a big loss on the play, tackled at the 22-yard line.
And that was Hogue that created that. He timed that perfectly, going right up the middle.
He's limping off the field, but did his job on that play. A 5-yard tackle for a loss by Gabe Hogue. He's the first on the team in tackles for losses. That's number 16, I believe, on the season. He's the second leading tackler overall. And Lake Hamilton going to have to punt the football away. Now he ran off to the right side. They punt this one off and hits at the 45 and takes a big Lake Hamilton roll inside the 35. Is going to be down at the 30 as they get 15 yards on the roll only. So the punt goes 48 yards. That'll help his 41 average, and no return. Russellville will have the ball, though. But the defense giving us a 3-and-out. I mean, as bad as that second quarter went, this is exactly what you wanted to start the second half. 3-and-out. Russellville's offense will take over at the 30-yard line. Did you notice that he could have took off running there? I don't mean,
he could. Russellville didn't put any pressure at all.
And they,
in fact, he was looking around to see.
Yeah, it was 4th and 8. He could have picked that up. Empty backfield, and Hallmark in at quarterback. He's going to keep it running right side this time. He ran 2 plays in the first half, both left side. This one goes right side to the 34-yard line to pick up a 4 on the play as Russellville starts off in the Wildcat formation in and they started the second half. 2nd down and 6. Same formation again, Hallmark. This time he'll hand it off to Tracy Daniels. He'll lean forward, and he gets to the 37-yard line, make it the 38. There's a reason why I'm getting excited there. That's a 4-yard pickup, 50 yards on the night. He needed 48 to get over 1,000, and Tracy Daniels has 1,000 yards on the season.
Hallmark staying in at quarterback.
3rd and 3 at the 37-yard line. He's going to roll to his left and looking for an opening. He's going to get the edge. He's got the first down. Took on a would-be tackler and taken down beyond the 40-yard line at the 43. First down yardage there for Hallmark as he picks up 6 yards on the carry. And now we have a flag on the sideline. I didn't see it because of the their bench is in the way, but I can see it now at the 36-yard line. So forget that run. It's going to be a flag on the Cyclones. They put it down at the 21-yard line. A 16-yard penalty because it's a spot foul. And instead of converting a first down, Russell's got 3rd and 19. So D.A. Reed in the game now. He'll see his first play of the second half. 3rd and 19 from Russell's own 26-yard line. Check that. It's 3rd and 14. Back to pass Reed. He's under pressure. He's going to roll back to his left, trying to create some space. He throws on the move, and it's going to be batted down. A flag coming in. This is going to be pass interference as they hit Tracy Daniels in the back. They got there before the ball got there, and to knock the ball away. And funny thing, I think if they just play the tackle, Russellville completes the pass, but it's not going to be enough for the first down. But this time, because they got there before the ball got there, we got defensive pass interference. So it's going to be a 10-yard penalty from the line of scrimmage. And it should put the ball at the 36-yard line. It won't give Russellville a first down. It'll make it 3rd down and 4. So they're marking off 10-yard penalty. And wait a minute.
Boy, they really.
They mark it to the 41, so a personal foul.
Yeah.
Is that what they called?
They had to.
Okay, I didn't see what the pass interference was. A 10-yard penalty. Okay, so it's a 15-yard penalty. Puts the ball at the 41. The good thing about 15-yard penalty, it's first down.
Mm-hmm.
So that gives Russellville first down. There's confusion on the far side. They're moving the chains finally, and they had to stop the play. And now the official, White Hats, called an official timeout. And I don't know what he's talking about. We're up here trying to figure it out. We can hear the Cyclone coaches. They're trying to figure out what happened. And I don't know what's going on. They're pointing over toward the end zone. A couple people are walking over there. I wonder what something's going on. Now, whatever it is, we've got it ready. Russellville trailing 30-9. Under 9 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Back to the Wildcat formation. Hallmark lowers his head. He'll get inside or past the 40 to the 43. A pickup of 2 on the play. Russellville getting that first down by a penalty there. We'll take it, though. Pick up 2 yards there. Hallmark now 13 yards on 4 carries. And now he's going to move to either receiver or S-back as D.A. Reed comes back in the game on 2nd down and 8. Under 8.5 to go here in the third quarter. Russellville trailing by 3 scores. We really need to turn this into points here. Reed on 2nd 8, back to pass. He's going to throw. He's got Caden Rose, and it's complete inside the 30, 20, 15. He's tripped up inside the 10-yard line. He blew through 2 defensive backs there and was caught it on a dead run. Great throw there by D.A. Reed. Fantastic catch by Caden Rose.
Right over the shoulder. A beautiful catch. Beautiful throw, too, by Reed.
Yeah, I don't know if it slipped out of hands or maybe the wind got it. It was fluttering a little bit, but it didn't hang up there, and they're going to put it down. Wait and see where they put it down because they're moving the chains, but I don't think they can get the first down. They put it down at the 10, so 1st and go, 47 yards on the pass play. Here's Tracy Daniels trying to get the edge. He's inside the 10. He's inside the 5. He's into the end zone for the touchdown. So a big pass play to Caden Rose of 47 yards. And then Tracy Daniels carries it the extra 10, and Russellville scores here on their first drive of the third quarter.
They may go for 2. No.
30-15 is our score. Russellville going 70 yards on that drive. Big play there was the pass to Caden Rose from D.A. Reed. And Tracy Daniels, his first score of the night, 59 yards on 15 carries, his first touchdown. And Stratton's extra point is up and good. Russellville gets a punt by the Lake Hamilton. They turned it into points on their drive. They've cut the lead down to 14 with 7:53 left to play here in the third quarter. We'll take a break. This is Russellville Cyclone football.
Farmers Co-op, where we're finding out about fall pastures, haying equipment, baling twine. And Mike Apple's along with us. Mike, when it comes to those fall pastures, you've got a lot going on here.
Getting a lot of our seed in for the winter. Got a pretty good lineup now. Fertilizer's come down a little bit. It rained, so hey, we're optimistic and we're ready to go.
Farmers Co-op, East Main in Russellville. Don't forget their Danville location.
Russellville goes 70 yards in just 5 plays. Tracy Daniels a 10-yard touchdown run. Eli Stratton the extra point. Drive took 2 minutes and 13 seconds with 7:53 left to play in the third quarter. Russellville cuts the Lake Hamilton lead down to 14. Of course, a big play of that drive was a 47-yard pass to Caden Rose, but also they ran a lot of Wildcat formation, and they're going to stay with that, I think, if they get the ball back.
Yeah, and the defense did great by 3 and out on Lake Hamilton.
Well,
did a good job.
Stratton going to kick this one. This one sidewinds, and it's going to hit at the 4 and go in the end zone like that. So Lake Hamilton take over at their own 20-yard line. Yeah, Russell started the second half, or started the that drive of the second half with Ben Hallmark in there at Wildcat quarterback. Saw D.A. Reed come in. It was a penalty, so not an official play on the pass interference play where they ran through Tracy Daniels before the ball got there. And then D.A. coming back in on 2nd and 8, hit Caden Rose on a 47-yard pass play down to the 10. Tracy Daniels scoring. Again, Daniels needed 48 yards to be a 1,000-yard rusher on the season. He's got 58 tonight, so as it stands right now, he's the 8th Cyclone in Russell Cyclone history to rush for 1,000 yards in a season. Think about this. This is just game 9. When we talk about a season, we're talking about playoffs included. Man in motion, that's Crutchmer trying to get the edge. He's following on the student body left. He's across the 25, hurdles a man at the 30, takes on a would-be tackler. He's wrestled out of bounds past the 30 to the 34-yard line. Crutchmer, 14 yards on the play.
Thomas was there to bring him down. Crutchmer, he's a smart runner. He picks the holes in his blockers.
114 yards on 15 carries. That's his first official carry here of the third quarter. 7:43 left to play in the third. Russellville trailing 30-16. He's got to limit the damage when that guy touches the ball and hope that they pass it, hope we can get a turnover. Crutchmer in motion, but they're going to give it to Kendrick straight up the middle, and he's going to be tackled after a 2-yard gain at the 36-yard line. Bring up 2nd down and 8.
Number 16, Hogue, was in on the tackle. He's back in on defense.
Yeah, he limped off the field after that tackle for a loss, so good to see him back out there. Again, said he's the 2nd leading tackler on this defense, leading the team in tackles for losses. The leading tackler on this team is Darian Thomas. He's had a pretty good night, too, had a fumble recovery. 2nd down and 8. Easton Hurley, the quarterback, will turn and give it. No, he's going to keep it himself on the sweep. He's across the 40-yard line. He's got the first down as he steps out of bounds at the 46-yard line. But they're going to say he stepped out well before that at the 43. So it's going to be a yard shy of the first down.
That's the first time we've seen that quarterback do that tonight. Russellville wasn't expecting that.
3rd down and 1. Hurley now 4 carries for, this is right, negative 20 yards, because remember he had a bad snap that comes off his rushing totals. Also had a sack. He does have a touchdown rushing, and is going to keep it on the quarterback draw, and he's got the first down. Needed 1, got 2. He gets to the Cyclone 45-yard line. They keep the chains moving. Would be really good if Russellville could get off the field pretty quickly here and turn the ball back over to that offense, who just rallied off a 70-yard drive on their first possession of the third quarter. Remember, Russellville's got the win at their back right now, but they can't get the ball back. A 6:40 left, clock rolling here in the third quarter. Cyclones trailing by 14. Ball near the right hash. Receiver who usually stays out of the huddle, lined up here on the right side. That's number 19, Jacob Mudman, who has 1 catch tonight. Empty backfield. Crutchmer going to keep it on the fly sweep. He's got some room over there on the left side. Stops. He's going to be hit hard from behind. Gabe Hogue was trailing the play, and when he stopped to cut back, that was a mistake. Crutchmer took a lick there in the back after a 2-yard gain.
Got up just a little bit slow, like something hit him and he didn't know what it was.
2nd down and 9. Quarterback Hurley comes over to the sidelines. They had an empty backfield, but Crutchmer had come in motion. As soon as they snapped it, turned, and Crutchmer took the ball in the fly sweep. I think Florida years ago in the 80s was the first team to do that using their speed. Back to the double wing formation. Hurley back to pass. It throws. It's batted down by Gabe Hogue. They had the quick slant open there to Mudman. And Hogue just jumped up, and I say he batted down. I think they hit him in the chest. He jumped up so high. Incomplete pass. It stops the clock with 5:44 left. And now they're looking at a 3rd down and 9. Hurley, 6 of 9 now for 76 yards. That's supposed to be their weak area, but that second quarter he really lit it up. Do a touchdown pass. 3rd down and 9. Again, they don't assume that's a passing situation, but we'd love to see it. Split formation and play action. Hurley, he's going to be in trouble. He's rolling out. He's going to be swarmed and sacked back at the 36-yard line. Ben Hallmark smothered him back there at the 36, and Russell's defense is held.
Another good series by that defense in this quarter.
9-yard sack there. Hallmark had a couple buddies with him. He punished that quarterback a little bit. 4th and 18. Hurley going to have to stay in the game to punt. He's walking back gingerly back there, but he's going to punt this one away. May not take off running here because he needs 18 yards, but they do spread out their punt coverage formation. He's going to run to his right, look, and now he's going to kick it. It's going to be a bad kick. It's a bad kick. Get away from it. It's going to hit at the 45, and Darian Thomas thought it hit a Russell Cyclone, so he covered it up. He also saved us from getting more yards. You can't fault him for that. He thought it was very close to hitting the Cyclone. It may have, it may not have. I don't know. He wasn't going to wait around and think about it. He covers it up at the 42-yard line. It's a 21-yard punt with no return.
I think that's a good play by Thomas.
Now, if you got good hands, go ahead.
Why take the chance?
It's not a live ball unless it hits a Cyclone. And Russell going to put their offense back on the field at the 42-yard line here with 4:59 left to play in the third, trailing by 14. As we said, they're going to stay with this package, and Ben Hallmark carrying it. He'll get 1 yard running it off to the right side of that Wildcat formation. Second down. They gave him no gain. They put it back at the 4. No, it is second down 9. They put it at the 43. Ball the right hash mark, and Hallmark staying in there at quarterback. And he's got Daniels there in the backfield. 3 receivers to the left and 1 to the short side of the field, the right. Brody Dale, one of the receivers on this left side, and Hallmark going to keep it on the sweep, just nothing there. Lake Hamilton must have been in our huddle. They knew what was coming there, and third down long coming. And now D.A. Reed comes back in. Boy, you put a lot of pressure on the quarterback. He doesn't run up there, and all you got to do is convert this third down and 9 here. And no gain on that play. And Reed with 2 receivers to each side will have Daniels to his right. Key third down here. Back to pass is D.A. Reed. He's looking right, throwing right, and he's got a man. It's complete to Hallmark there, right at the sticks. He's got the first down. Hallmark knew where the sticks was. He planted himself right there on the out route. It's a bad spot, and we're going to wait and see. They're looking at it. They're eyeing it, and now they do say first down. 1st and 10 for Russellville. Good pickup there by D.A. Reed to Ben Hallmark for 9 yards on 3rd and 9.
And Reed threw that high, so only Hallmark had a chance for it.
Hallmark going to stay at wide receiver, 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Russellville trailing by 14 here. Under 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. D.A. Reed at quarterback. They motion Daniels out of the backfield. Empty backfield. Pumps, throws it to the right side. Little screen pass there to Alec Bowes. He completes it, but he gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that'll be it. I think he was like not even the second, maybe the third receiver as he checked down with that and complete the pass, but no gain. Still at the 48-yard line of Lake Hamilton. 3:41 left to play here in the third. 3 receivers now to the left, the wide side of the field. Reed. He's going to turn and hand this one off to Tracy Daniels. Nothing in the middle. He's going to bounce it outside. He's got some room. He's in the secondary. He's at the 30. Tripped from behind. He gets to the 30 to the 29-yard line. Good job of improvising there as everything was clogged up in the middle. He ran daylight. And Tracy Daniels picks up 19 yards on that play. Russellville has it 1st and 10 at the Lake Hamilton 29-yard line.
If we can ever get Daniels to the outside, that's exactly what's going to happen.
1st and 10 for the Cyclones. 3:20 left to play here in the third. Russellville trailing 30-16. Hallmark back in at quarterback. This time he'll hand it off to Tracy Daniels. Punishing run there. He took a couple licks. He's ridden down at the 25-yard line. A pick up a 4 on the play by Tracy. And Tracy now has 17 carries for 82 yards. Ever since taking over the starting duties at running back, he's rushed for 100 yards in all 5 games. This is his game 6. He's 18 yards away from doing that tonight. Under 3 minutes to go here in the third. Russellville trailing 30-16 on the move. 2nd and 6 at the Wolf 25-yard line. Hallmark still in at quarterback. Fakes the handoff. No, he does give it off to Tracy Daniels. He'll be tripped up after a 1-yard gain. Just got inside the 25 to the 24, running on that right side. Russellville looking at a 3rd down and 5 coming here. Wind at their back. Now all 3 flags there stretched out, as we can see at the end zone that we're going towards. Windy night here, Lake Hamilton. A little bit of rain on our ride down here, but no rain in this game. 3rd down and 5. Hallmark staying in there at quarterback out of the Wildcat formation. He's going to keep it on the sweep. He's got some blocking. He's got the 20. He's at the 15, and he steps out of bounds inside the 15. Plenty enough for the first down. They're going to mark him out at the 13-yard line. Hallmark with an 11-yard carry on 3rd down and 5. And Russellville now 5 of 9 on 3rd down conversions tonight. Has it 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line. 2:05 left to play here in the 3rd quarter. Russellville trailing by 14, but in the red zone. Coming into tonight, they score 72% of the time when they get in the other team's red zone. Hallmark will take it again. This time mixed up play, but he's going to carry it for positive yards. It gets inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Between him and Tracy, they both clanged together there, and nobody knew which way anybody was supposed to go, but it's okay when you get a busted play that goes for 4 yards.
Well, Hallmark held on to the ball, which was the right thing to do, and just plowed straight ahead.
Yeah, Ben's got 8 carries for 29 yards and a score tonight. 1:41 left here in the 3rd. 2nd down and 6. Ball on the 9-yard line. Russellville staying in that Wildcat formation with Hallmark at quarterback. He's going to give this one off to Tracy Daniels. He's hit behind the line of scrimmage, was able to make the line of scrimmage after he spun and leaned forward. There's a player down. I think it's a Lake Hamilton player. He's slow to get up. Now he's up. He's going to be able to limp off, or he's just limping around. He's going to stay on the play. But the score, or the run, goes for no gain for Tracy. It's 3rd down and 9 coming. I'm sorry, 3rd down and 6 from the 9 coming for the Cyclones. And Hallmark staying in there. 1 receiver to the right, 3 to the left. Left is the short side of the field as the ball's on the left hash mark. Tracy Daniels along the right side. Man in motion is Peyton Harrison. He's over on the right side, and it's a student body right, and it's going to see. They're going to get a yard to the 8 before they're pushed back. I could hear the coaches saying, get D.A. ready, so they're going to go for it here on 4th down and 5. So D.A. Reed comes in again, try to convert this one. The previous one was on 3rd down and long. This one's going to be a 4th down and 5 play. He'll replace Brody Dale. Play clock at 25 with 32 seconds left to play here in the 3rd quarter. Russell looking at 4th down and 5 from the 8-yard line. It's a big play here. Russell's got to get around the 3 for a first down. Lake Hamilton fans come alive. Tracy Daniels moves over to the right side, and timeout called by Russellville. So with 10 seconds left on the play clock, they call timeout. We'll take a quick break. Russellville trailing 30-16, looking at 4th down and 5. This is Russellville Cyclone football.
Fellner's Athletes Corner, your high-performance athletic store for quality athletic footwear and apparel, features Nike, Under Armour, The North Face, Patagonia, Oakley, Saucony, New Balance, Brooks, Asics, Kabu, Keen, and many, many more. Fellner's invites you to make them your first stop. With more than 50 years combined experience, the familiar faces at Fellner's can help you with all your athletic needs. Fellner's Athletes Corner, 2320 West Main, Russellville, open 9:30 until 6 Monday through Saturday.
Russellville looking at 4th down and 5. They call timeout there. There was 10 seconds left on the play clock. And they're talking now during this timeout. I think they may be talking about possibly kicking the field goal here, trailing 30-16 here. They got the wind at their back. And, yep, they're going to bring in Eli Stratton and try to kick the field goal here. The ball's in the middle of the field at the 8-yard line. And this may catch Lake Hamilton off guard. I don't think they're thinking that it's going to be a field goal try, but Caden Rose is going to be the holder. This will be a 25-yard attempt for Eli Stratton. Ball right in the middle of the field with the wind at his back. Now it's definitely long enough, and it is good. With 12 seconds left to play here in the 3rd quarter, Russellville kicks the field goal. They cut the Lake Hamilton lead to 11. It's 30-19. We'll take a quick break. This is Russellville Cyclone football.
First State Bank is proud to serve our community, a community made of hard-working friends and neighbors. Folks who make our community better. You're why we offer personal, helpful service and convenient digital tools. You make our town what it is, deeply rooted, community-driven. First State Bank, these are our stomping grounds. Visit fsbmybank.com to learn more. Member FDIC.
Russellville elects on 4th down to kick the field goal. They feel like they got to come away with points here. They go 50 yards in 12 plays. Eli Stratton, his 2nd field goal of the night. This one goes 25 yards. And Russellville trails 30-19. 10 points here in the third quarter. They've cut in the lead as they trailed 30-9 at halftime, but 10 points here in the third quarter. And defense has really stepped up big. Offense putting points on the board, and that's what they're feeling like. Just keep putting pressure on Lake Hamilton's offense.
That's what I was going to say. It's the defense has really come alive here in this third quarter and shut down Lake Hamilton.
They gave a little bit on that previous drive as Lake Hamilton started their 20, drove to the 37, but it was a big sack by Ben Hallmark. Started that in Hallmark. Most of that drive, he was running the Wildcat formation. D.A. was in there for one third-down conversion. They brought him out for the fourth-down play, but then called timeout. Spent the timeout, decided to kick the field goal. Here's the kickoff by Stratton. This one's going to be returnable. It's bobbled back by Wyatt as he retreats back to the 5 to pick it up. He's across the 15 now, the 20, angling toward the left side. Slips a tackle at the 25, gets to the 30, to the 32-yard line. So what looked like was going to be good for Russellville, Wyatt picks up the football at the 5 and gets to the 32-yard line. It's a 26-yard return. He first touched it at the 6.
Did the clock even move?
Yeah, it did. It was it was 12 seconds. It ran 10 seconds off. There's 2 seconds left to play here in the third quarter, so barring a penalty, we'll have one more play, and then we'll be done with this quarter. One more quarter to play. Under center is Hurley at their own 31-yard line. They give to Kendrick running left side. He runs into a pile. The pile moves to the 35-yard line, a 4-yard pickup. And we've come to the end of the third quarter with our score, Lake Hamilton 30, Russellville 19. We'll take a break. One more quarter to go. This is Russellville Cyclone football.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more reliability, durability, and versatility built in, like #1 selling Kubota BX and L Series compact tractors, Z Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Visit your local Kubota dealer for a demo today. In the River Valley, see River Valley Tractor on Weir Road in Russellville.
For over 70 years, Old South Restaurant at 1330 East Main Street in Russellville has been faithfully serving the River Valley. Whether it's starting your day with a good old-fashioned breakfast or helping you make it through the workday with a hearty home-styled lunch, and of course serving your family with a dinner that would even make your mama proud. Old South Restaurants on Main Street in Russellville. We're here for you.
We're here for you, so come on by Old South.
Russell scoring 10 points in that third quarter. They've cut the Wolf lead down to 11, 30-19. They need a good fourth quarter here. They get a stop on defense. That would sure help things. Lake Hamilton going to have the wind at their back. It's not like that's going to help them too much. They don't throw very much anyway. But Russell needs turnover. They've only gotten one tonight. Got a fumble recovery. How about one to start the fourth quarter? That'd be perfect. 2nd down and 6 for the Wolves as we start the final quarter of play. And the Wolves have it at their own 35-yard line. Russell's had 2 drives in that quarter, a touchdown and a field goal. Easton Hurley under center. They move out of the double wing as Crutchmer goes in motion. Now he's lined up at wide receiver. Still got to keep an eye on him, but they go to Kendrick, who fumbles the football, and Easton covers it back at the 27-yard line. No way he got to the 27, by the way, but that's the second fumble by Kendrick. That happened in the first quarter, but that one, the Hurley, the quarterback, was there to recover it. Bad for us, but great for Lake Hamilton. I don't know if you could hear the coaches. They were excited. We were excited too. That ball popped free, and it was just bouncing around there. Easton Hurley, the quarterback, covers it up. It's an 8-yard loss, though. 3rd down and 14. They have the ball at their own 27-yard line. Fumbles happen almost on the same play, too. Play action. Easton rolling out to his left. He's throwing on the move. It's complete to Kircher, and somehow he hung on to the football. He gets to the 36-yard line. It's about 5 yards shy of first down. Well, I don't think he had that cleanly somehow, though, as he was tackled going to the ground. He just hung on to it. They put him down at the 37-yard line, so a 10-yard pickup, but it's going to be 4th down and 4. So they're going to punt the football away. Now, they thought about running it. It sure looked like Hurley did on 4th and 8 when he was punting. Russell needs to think about that because he's going to punt the football. I bet he's thinking about running along that right side. We'll see. He is going to run to the right side. Russell has a man there. Here's a kick. Not great, not as bad as they did the last one. It hits at the Cyclone 40 and takes a big Lake Hamilton roll as it rolls down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Boy, it's a 35-yard punt, but 12 of those 35 yards was on the roll. But, hey, we're not going to be upset because we stopped them on the 3 and out, and Russell's going to get the ball back here with 10:23 left to play in the ball game, trailing 30-19. I'm sorry about that. Go ahead. Al.
I was just going to say defense did a great job again on this series that Lake Hamilton had.
Russell has the ball at their own 28-yard line. They're going to stick with Hallmark in this Wildcat package. And Hallmark going to run left side of the short side of the field. He's across the 30-yard line, gets to the 32, maybe the 33, depending on the spot. Russell's had some success here, and now we haven't stopped the clock because we have a Lake Hamilton player who's down, and he's in the Russell backfield. They need to stop the clock here. They set the ball down at the 32-yard line. That kid's hurt. They need to stop the clock, get him off the field. I mean, you got to think of the health of the kid there, and he's having problems standing up. And so they do finally, and the official was standing right there. I mean, you got to be thinking of the health of the kid. Even though he may be able to come back in and play, he at least needs to get off the field now, and they finally do. And now he goes down the ground. You can't ask him to walk 40 yards over to his sideline in a hurry. The clock stopped here with 9:59 left to play here in the ball game. Russell trailing 30-19, and they'll be looking at 2nd down and 6 from their own 32-yard line. We're going to take a quick break. This is Russell Cyclone football.
Arkansas Tire and Auto Service. We're more than just tires. Consistent, responsive, honest and fair. What makes us different? We're the ones who care. Trust our experience to know what you need. Professional and fast. See what we mean. Arkansas Tire and Auto Service. We're more than just tires.
Arkansas Tire and Auto Service, 2304 East Main, Russellville.
Lake Hamilton player being helped off the field. 9:59 left to play here in the ball game. Russell trailing 30-19. Well, Pulaski Academy in the third quarter still leading Greenwood, this time 23-16. We talked about West Memphis and Benton. That's a fourth quarter score now. Both teams tied at 31. That has some implications for Russellville. They could be facing one of those teams in the first round of the playoffs in 2 weeks. Russellville going to be off next week. They'll have an off week leading into the playoffs, and they won't know who they're going to play until next Friday night. That last carry by Ben Hallmark, 4 yards. He's got 10 carries for 34 yards and a touchdown tonight. He's going to stay in at quarterback in the Wildcat formation. Now, he was full-time quarterback when he was a ninth grader in junior high, 8th and 9th grade, so he knows what he's doing back there. They're going to give it off to Tracy Daniels, nothing doing, man. He lost yardage back to the 30-yard line, and so Russell going backwards on that play, looking at 3rd down and 8. D.A. Reed going to come in and be quarterback, and Hallmark going to move to a wide receiver position. He's going to move out wide along with Alec Bowles here on the right side. 2 receivers to the left, looking at 3rd down and 8. Reed, and here comes the blitz from the outside. D.A. doesn't see it, but he throws it, and in time it's going to be picked off at the 41-yard line across the 30, 25, and being pushed out of bounds there inside the 30 to the 25-yard line. Boy, it's just tough to ask a kid to come in cold like that, knowing everybody knows he's going to throw the football on 3rd down and 8, and he throws his second interception of the night there. It's picked off at the 41, returned to the 25-yard line, 16 yards on the return. And now Lake Hamilton has the ball set up beautifully at their own 25-yard line. Our defense being called on again. We need to stop here. We can't let them score, trailing by 11. They have the ball at the R25, 9:19 left to go in the game. Under center, they're going to move Kirchmer in motion, and Kirchmer, I'll get it right here in a second. He hurdles him in as he comes down. He's smothered up there after a short gain. And that's Reese Colwell in on tackle for Russellville after a pickup of 2. Justin Kirchmer had 100 yards rushing in the first half alone. He's got 117 here on 17 carries, so just 17 yards here in the second half. Under 9 minutes to go. This is Lake Hamilton's ball game here. I mean, what I mean is they like to do this. They like to run the football with the lead, milk the clock. As Hurley goes under center, they'll give it to Crutchmer running left side, and he's going to be hit at the 20, but keeps his feet going, gets inside the 15, yard line. They're going to say down there at the 16-yard line. Check that. So a pickup of 7 on the play. And it'll be 3rd down and 1. They're going to say he's down to 17. Even better for us. 3rd and 2. They need a fumble. How about Kendrick could fumble again? No, they're going to go quarterback draw, and he's got the first down easily inside the 15 this time to the 14-yard line. That's Hurley, the quarterback, on the quarterback keeper.
Well, I think Lake Hamilton's doing the right thing. You know, if you're for Lake Hamilton, they're not going to put it up in the air right now.
8:07 left to play here in the ball game. Russellville trailing by 11. Russellville has won the first and third quarter, but the second quarter was such a big swing there when they scored their 30 points all in that quarter. Kendrick going to take it this time left side, and he's hit, but he gets to the 11-yard line before being driven backwards. That's where they're going to mark the ball down. Now, there's a flag here on the left side near the 11, so we're going to wait and see. It's a 3-yard pickup as it stands right now. We're going to wait and see what the flag is. Looks like it's going against Russellville, so it'll be tacked on at the end of the run. Should be half the distance if it's against us, so it'll put us down at around the 6-yard line. Personal foul, face mask against the Cyclones. So tack it on and move it down half the distance, so they'll put it down at the 5-yard line. And now they say it's a first. It's not actually a first, another first down. It should still be second down. The yardstick shows first down. They're wrong because they needed the 4-yard line for a first down. And it should be second down and 1 here. Kendrick going to carry it, and now he's got the first down inside the 5 to the 4-yard line. That should be the first down. Yard marker was incorrect. I'm getting excited on the another Lake Hamilton first down part. Yeah, because the previous play was 2nd and 7. And but it is first down and goal now at the 4-yard line. Kendrick Martin, who's had the 2 fumbles, they only lost 1, 10 carries for 39 yards and a touchdown. They feel like they could put the nail in the coffin with a touchdown here. Russellville needs something good to happen here on defense. Under 7 minutes to go in the game. Russellville trailing 30-19. First and goal from the 4-yard line, man in motion. They're going to give it to Kendrick, who stopped right at the line of scrimmage, but still trying to drag tacklers, and he does down to the 2-yard line, so he gets half the way there. Second down and goal coming for Lake Hamilton.
Good gain tackling by Russellville. Thomas, number 32, was at the bottom of that pile.
Magnus Golden, I think, made the initial hit, and he was pulling on Kendrick, trying to get him to go back the other direction. Again, over on the radio side, 102.3 KCJC. We'll have the scoreboard show coming up at 10 o'clock tonight. Goes all the way until midnight. Hosted by Rex Nelson. 6:18 left, quarterback keeper, and Hurley, almost like he fumbled the football. He stumbled left instead of forward, so he'll only pick up a yard. It'll be third down and goal here. Wouldn't surprise me to see them do that again. They've done that on short yardage situation. That's been his only touchdown rushing tonight. Did it on the quarterback draw. And under 6 minutes to go, and they're taking their time. And the quarterback and a lineman and a wide receiver coming over to talk about it. 15 seconds on the play clock. I think they're, unless they go quick here, they may just going to call timeout. They got 9 seconds on the play clock. Coach Gillern is back at the numbers, and that's supposed to be a sideline warning if you get across the numbers there. And they're going to call timeout here with 5:29 left to go in the ball game. And he's really giving it to the guy in the white hat. And that's supposed to be an automatic flag, isn't it? Third down and goal coming, but Lake Hamilton's going to call timeout here before the play clock went all the way down. 5:29 left, Russellville trailing 30-19. Big play coming up. We'll take a break. This is Russellville Cyclone football.
This is Todd, Market President with Centennial Bank. We're more than just a financial institution. We pride ourselves on being community-focused and connected.
Hi, I'm Charlie, Business Development Officer with Centennial Bank. As a lifelong resident of the River Valley, I am proud to be part of a team that brings passion, pride, and dedication to our communities.
Supporting our community starts with people like myself and Charlie, who know and love the River Valley area, which is why we're always banking with you in mind. Centennial Bank is proud to support the place we call home. NMLS number 564245, number FDIC, equal housing lender.
Welcome back. The Cyclones trailing 30-19 with 5:29 left. And Lake Hamilton looking at third down and goal from the 1-yard line. Hurley, the quarterback, 8 carries for negative 23 yards. Now that sounds funny, but remember, quarterback sacks come off of quarterback's rushing yards, and he's had a sack. He's had a bad snap. He's had a fumble recovery that wasn't his fault. And so he's had 3 of those for big negative yards. And now Lake Hamilton calling timeout here, but now they're still trying to get the right personnel in, and they haven't started the play clock yet. Coach Gillern out to talk to his quarterback, Easton Hurley. Hurley was the backup quarterback last year. He's thrown for 10 touchdowns this year, but I doubt they're going to put the ball up in the air here. 5:29 left, and here we go, third and goal. There's split formation here, but I think still might be seeing a quarterback draw, and we do, and I don't know if he got in.
No.
Yeah, it looked like he took a knee there. I mean, he didn't, but I think it's almost like he went straight down. I thought it might have been a fumble.
I couldn't tell if it's a fumble, but you're right. He went straight down.
Yeah, it almost made it seem like it was a fumble. And now it'll be 4th down and goal, as officially it goes as a gain of no yards. They have not attempted a field goal all season, so I don't know what's going to – I don't think they're going to here up by 11, although it would make it a 2-touchdown game. Under 5 minutes to go. They feel like they can put the nail in the coffin here with a score. Make it a 3-score game if they can get in here. And Hurley running into the huddle. Play clock down to 6. They're going to hustle up the line of scrimmage. Maybe a quick quarterback draw here. Nope, they're going to turn and hand it off to Crutchmer running wide, and he's going to get in the end zone. Maybe untouched. Might have stuck out a hand. Don't know, but it doesn't matter. He gets in with a 1-yard touchdown run. Justin Crutchmer scores from 1 yard out, converting on the 4th down. And Crutchmer now 19 carries, 124 yards, and 2 touchdowns rushing, 1 touchdown receiving. 36-19 the score. Makes it a 17-point game. And Garcia on to try the extra point. Missed one that hit the right upright. This one is low but good enough as Brian Garcia boots it through. 37-19, Lake Hamilton extends their lead here with 4:34 left to go in the ball game. We'll take a break. This is Russellville Cyclone football.
Olathes Realty is proud to support all of our local student athletes. At Olathes Realty, we believe the community comes first, and there's nothing quite like community than cheering on your favorite team from the stands. Olathes Realty is committed to provide our area with gold standard service in every aspect of your real estate transaction. So whether you're loading up to go to the game or settling in for an evening at home, you can rest assured Olathes Realty is taking care of you. Call us today, 479-968-5668. Olathes Realty, we put the real in real estate. Find us on Facebook today.
After the interception, the Wolves go 25 yards in 9 plays. 9 plays to go 25 yards. They really milked the clock beautifully for them. Not good for us. 4:45 off the clock. With 4:34 left, it was Justin Crutchmer, a 1-yard touchdown run. Brian Garcia added the extra point, and it is 37-19. Russellville on the wrong end. Here's the kickoff, and this one hits at the 11. Going to be picked up off a bounce by Tracy Daniels at the 6. He's across the 20, 25. And he won't quite make the 30-yard line. They're going to mark you down at the 28-yard line, and there's some extra pushing going on. You play to the whistle, and if they don't blow the whistle loud enough, you can't hear it. And I think that's what happened on that. Daniels is going to be ruled down at the 27-yard line, I believe. We still haven't seen where they're going to mark it. That would mean a 21-yard return. And not giving up on this, but now we're looking at just things, okay, what can we take away from this? Well, Russellville can definitely still have something positive happen here with 4.5 to go. Tracy Daniels going to carry on first down. He gets across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Yeah, that's right, 36-yard line. They marked him down to 32, by the way, on that previous run.
Russellville's got a new quarterback in there.
And 4 yards on the pickup there by Tracy Daniels. 85 yards on 21 carries. He needs 15 more yards to get over the century mark. And that's kind of maybe what we're watching here. Bowles goes in motion. Jones gets the snap. He's going to roll to his left. He's going to throw, and it's going to be complete to the 40-yard line and push back at the 41. I can't tell who caught that ball over there. I'm looking. That's Warnock who caught it. Warnock Howell, that's his second reception as a Cyclone. His first was a touchdown in the Siloam Springs game. How about that? Your first reception, touchdown. That one's his second. Russell looking at 3rd down and 1. As you mentioned, the backup quarterback in Luke Jones. He's now 4 of 5 on the season. And he's going to hand off here to Tracy Daniels, who's going to lose a yard back to the 40-yard line. He's in danger of not going for 100 yards, which would break his 5 consecutive games where he's rushed over 100 yards. But during that time, he needed 48 yards to get over the 1,000-yard mark to become the 8th Cyclone in history to do that. And he had 84 tonight, so he's comfortably over the 1,000-yard mark. Russell going to go for it here on 4th down and 2, trailing 37-19, under 2:50 to go in the ball game. Jones going to hand off to Tracy Daniels, a sweep to the short side of the field, and he's got the 1st down and more as he dives past the 45-yard line. They're going to mark him down at the 48, and so 8 yards on the pickup for Tracy.
Tracy becomes very dangerous when he can get to the outside, and that's where he needs to be running to the outside.
Clock stop here with 2:40. Russell lining up, though, going quickly here. 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line. Shifting around by Lake Hamilton. Jones back to pass. He's throwing along the right side, looking for Caden Rose. It's complete at the 25-yard line, down inside the 20 to the 18. A flag is down. This is going to be defensive pass interference, but Russell's going to wave that off as Caden Rose makes the nice catch deep into Lake Hamilton territory down to the 18. A 34-yard pickup. Again, we're waiting for this to be declined because this is going to be defensive pass interference against the Wolves.
Second time that Rose has been double-teaming, he came down with the pass.
It goes officially as 33 yards as they put him down at the 19-yard line. They had a hold of his jersey, as man beat. Not a bad play if you're the Wolves because, I mean, you'll take the penalty over giving up 33 yards. Only problem is Caden Rose came down with it. He's over 100 yards tonight, 110 yards receiving on 5 catches. Jones going to play action, going to throw to Warnock Howell. It's complete. He's at the 10, the 5, touchdown. He gets in there for the score. 19 yards on the touchdown reception. Warnock Howell, his second touchdown reception of the season, and the second one thrown by Luke Jones. 2:23 left to go in the ball game. Russellville cuts the lead to 12.
Think they'll go for 2?
Yep, they're going to go for 2 here. We heard the coaches say that. Luke Jones is going to stay in there. You go for 2 here because you cut it to 10. There's no difference being down on 11 or 12, really, when you're trying to score touchdowns. Tracy Daniels back in the game. Man in motion has been Hallmark, moves over the left side. Jones looks left, comes back right, throwing. It's going to be batted away right at the goal line. He was trying to go to Brody Dale, and we have a flag. It's going to be defensive pass interference. Going to go against Lake Hamilton. This will put the ball half the distance to go, so at the 1.5-yard line, you got a little bit more options when you do this. So 2:23 left. And Russellville going to bring in Darian Thomas, a linebacker, and he's going to come in also with Magnus Golden. They're going with the heavy package here. Who's going to be taking the snap? It's going to be Tracy Daniels. Alec Bowles going to come out, and let's see, Magnus Golden, Tracy Daniels in the backfield, along with Darian Thomas, who's lined up at S-back along the right side. Half the distance to go on the penalty, and it'll be Tracy Daniels with Golden to his right. Tracy's going to follow Golden, and can he get in there? He does for the 2-point conversion. Russell cuts the lead to 10 with 2:23 left. We'll take a break. This is Russell Cyclone football.
The heater broke down, I had to act fast. Wiggled some wires, I broke the thermostat. My wife got cold, her nose started to freeze. She said, hey man, got a call AshleyAir.com. Your heater breaks down, they're the one you want. AshleyAir.com. They're fast and they're good and they got it going on. Technician showed up the very same day. Got it fixed right and fast, he was on his way. Next time your heater breaks, you know who to call. There's only one choice, AshleyAir.com.
Well, the Cyclones scoring 8 points there. They got the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Luke Jones hit Warnock Howell for a 19-yard touchdown reception. Tracy Daniels carrying it in for the 2-point conversion. Remember, we had the pass interference there And had they not passed interference, probably would have gotten that anyway. So 8 points for there. That cuts the Wolves' lead down to 10, 37-27. Stranger things have happened. 2:23 left. And Russell going to onside kick it most definitely here. And still have, let's see, we have 2 timeouts, and so does Lake Hamilton. So I think it's safe to say probably if Lake Hamilton covers this, it's probably over, but we cover it. Hold on to your seats. 2:23 left, and we look like a traditional kickoff coverage here with the 5 men on each side of Eli Stratton. Stratton angles this a little bit to the right hash mark. We'll see which way he picks out, and they're expecting it. They got 10 guys within the first 10 yards. They can touch it any time. We can't touch it until after it goes 10. It's the onside kick. It's going to be covered by Lake Hamilton at the 49-yard line. So they cover it up at the 49. Onside kick fails, and Lake Hamilton will have the ball at their own 49. Or Russell can stop the clock twice, but Lake Hamilton probably looking for a couple first downs, and then that should be the ball game. So Russell's defense probably looking to stop. Maybe it'd be good if we get a big negative play here, maybe force them out of bounds. 2:22 left to go in the game, trailing by 10 here, 37-27. Right now it's just that darn second quarter where they scored 30 of their 37 points. That was so far spelt doom for the Cyclones. Under center is Easton Hurley. Then bring a man in motion, Crutchmer, who goes back in this double wing offense. The 2 wing backs, man in motion again, trying to get Russellville to jump here. Play clock down to 3 seconds, 2 seconds, and they're going to call timeout. That was weird. They tried 2 different times to get us to jump off sides. The clock wasn't running, and they're going to use their second timeout. We're going to take a break. 2:22 left to play here in the ball game, and we trail it 37-27. We'll take a break. This is Russellville Cyclone football.
Have you heard? C-Max is now open. Come by C-Max today for some good old Southern food and hospitality. Bring the friends and family out for a wholesome, laid-back atmosphere and enjoy authentic, unique menu items like alligator and frog legs. Plus restaurant staples like burgers, fish, salads, sliders, and more. C-Max got something for everyone, and they're committed to quality and putting God first in all they do. So what are you waiting for? Come by C-Max on Parkway Drive in the old Steak and Shake location for lunch or dinner today.
It's not completely over, but Russell's defense got to have something good happen here. Russellville trails by 10 with 2:22 left. Russellville with 2 timeouts left. Lake Hamilton covering the onside kick and then calling a timeout before they start the clock. So they have the ball at their own 49-yard line. Senior night here at Lake Hamilton. They'll be on the road next week to face PA. Russellville's off next week as it's their regular bye week. Got an eye on the PA Greenwood game. Greenwood has scored 2 touchdowns to take a 7-point lead, 30-23 in the fourth quarter. There's Crutchmer. He's going to keep it on the sweep. He's got the 45. The 40's off to the races. He's at the 30, and he's going to go down inbound. Smart play instead of going because he was going to be pushed out of bounds. Smart play by Crutchmer because that keeps the clock moving. It's going to force Russellville to take a timeout or just kind of wave the white flag. We'll see what Russell wants to do here as he gets to the 28-yard line. A gain of 23 by Crutchmer, who has 147 yards on 20 carries tonight. He's going to sleep good tonight. Hard to believe, as good as he is at football, he's a better wrestler. So, 3-time state champion of Class 5A. Under 2 minutes to go here in the ball game. Russellville trailing 37-27. They got loaded on the left side. Crutchmer in motion, and he's going to take the handoff and running, and he's going to be forced out of bounds here. He went down. Do they say stop the clock? No, they say he kept moving. I think he went out of bounds there at the 21-yard line. 7-yard pickup there. I think his knee hit. We had a pretty good angle at that one. But they keep the clock moving here with 1:32 left, and Russellville going to call timeout here after the 7-yard pickup. With 1:30 left to go in the game, Russellville using their second timeout here. Lake Hamilton looking at second 3 coming up at the Cyclone 21-yard line. We'll take a break. This is Russellville Cyclone football.
If your business's telephone system, alarm system, cabling, or even CCTV aren't up to date, your business is not secure. Tracer Communications is a one-stop shop for new and existing businesses that value honesty, hard work, and quality solutions. So you can save time and money and focus on your business while they take care of your phone and security systems. And that saves you money and protects your investment. So call your local Tracer Communications at 890-6499 to set up an appointment or visit tracercoms.com for a full list of services today.
1 minute, 30 seconds left to go in the ball game. Lake Hamilton with the football and a 10-point lead, 37-27. And they have it 2nd and 3 at the Cyclone 21-yard line. Russell using their second timeout. They have one left. We'll see what the Wolves want to do. I know they're not going to take a knee. They're going to try to get this first down, at the very least. Maybe stick the ball in the end zone. Play clock rolling. They break the huddle. They'll snap this one. They won't run too much time off the clock since the game clock isn't moving. They're shifting everybody, sorry about that, to the right side. Quarterback keeper, and he's going to be stood after maybe a yard gain. They're going to give him the 20-yard line. That'll be it. Let's see if Russ wants to use their final timeout here. They do. It'll bring up 3rd and 2. Cyclones using their last timeout. Well, I don't know. They just pointed towards Lake Hamilton, and now they change it. Say, no, wait, it's Russellville timeout. That's the second time they messed that up. But Russellville using their last timeout here with 1:22 left to go in the ball game. Well, this game means a lot to Russellville, a lot to Lake Hamilton, too. I mean, Lake Hamilton could drop down a couple seeds if they were lose tonight, lose to PA. Everybody's expecting them to lose next week to PA. And Russellville still had the 4 seed within reach, but they had to win tonight and had to have 2 games go their way next week. As we talked about, PA Greenwood has scored 2 touchdowns to take a 7-point lead over Pulaski Academy, 30-23. Van Buren, last check, we heard they were all over Mountain Home at the half, 42-14. Siloam Springs is off tonight. And the other game we were watching was West Memphis and Benton, because that has implications on who we might play, because we were thinking it's going to be West Memphis and Marion, but we also were thinking that Benton was going to take care of West Memphis. That game has now moved into the 4th quarter, and it is tied 31-31. So if Russellville is a 5 seed, which they can do no worse than that, they will go on the road for the first-round playoff game 2 weeks from tonight, on November the 11th. As we set here, now we're back to action. 3rd down and 2 for Lake Hamilton at the 20-yard line. Minute 22 left. Crutchmer in motion. He's going to take the handoff, and he plows forward. He got a yard. I think he's a yard shy of the first down. Russellville cannot stop the clock here, though. They're going to be looking at 4th down and 1, though. Clock rolling, and there is, let's see, there's a 1:05 left and 30 seconds on the play clock, so they can wind it down. Let's see, what is that? It'll be about 35 seconds before they have to snap it. Now, they do have one timeout. I wouldn't be surprised if they ran it all the way down, maybe try to get Russellville jump off sides and call a timeout. They're coming quickly here. You never know. They're going to get us to jump. They're going to go for a quarterback draw. They're trying to get Russellville to jump off sides. They're pointing, thinking Russellville did. Russellville jumped, but not into the neutral zone. They're going to run it down 2 seconds, 1 second. They're going to call timeout right at 35 seconds. Well, they run off another second here. 34 seconds left to go in the ball game, and Lake Hamilton using their last timeout. 37-27, Lake Hamilton with the lead. We'll take a quick break. This is Russellville Cyclone football.
At Liberty Car Wash in Russellville, you have options. You can wash your car yourself or drive through one of the automatic car washes. Liberty Car Wash also gives you the option of washing your fur baby. Why make a mess in your home and risk clogging your drains when you can wash Max at Liberty Car Wash? Visit Liberty Car Wash today on Knoxville Avenue and South Arkansas Avenue in Russellville, where you always have options.
34 seconds left to go in the ball game. Lake Hamilton leading 37-27, looking at 4th down and 1 at the Cyclone 19-yard line. I kind of thought they might be going to score here because the tiebreaker, if it goes to points at the end of the year, you get so many. If you beat people by so many points, you get points up to 13. Right now they have a 10-point lead. I thought they might try to get it above 13 because that's the maximum points you can get for each win. So I thought they might try to score on 4th down. And about a yard and a half, they're going to give it to Crutchmer, their guy, and he's going to get the first down. He's at the 15, at the 10, and they're going to be tackled inside the 10 at the 6-yard line. Now they don't have to snap it again once they start the clock. They needed 1. He got 13, and Crutchmer has pretty much ended the game. They do not have to snap it again. Russellville can't stop the clock. And at 27 seconds until they set it, and they set it right now, and they start going. Now, they've run the play clock down. They need to reset that. There's a 4-second differential. They shouldn't have to snap it again, but they're going to have to because they didn't set the play clock correctly. All right. And Coach Gilleran's upset about it. I don't blame him. It's actually bad for us, too. But I think they're just going to take a knee here with 8 seconds left, but 3 seconds on the play clock. And Hurley takes a knee. Classy move there by Lake Hamilton. And the Wolves win here on senior night. Russell had some hopes early. They led 9-0 at the end of the first quarter, but they lose it here 37-27. We're going to take a break, come back with your postgame show. This is Russell Cyclone football.
Pico Foods says good luck to all the players, coaches, cheerleaders, and marching bands taking the field tonight. Under the lights, it's not about who's in your path, it's about who's in your huddle. And Pico Foods is a proud teammate and supporter of local communities and the state's agricultural producers. Learn more about Pico Foods' mission to support producers in Arkansas and Missouri by calling David Durham or James Chester, 870-202-7101. In Alabama and Mississippi, call Craig Bird or John Taylor Hickman, 601-670-9383.
It's that time of year again to start thinking about reviewing your Medicare plan. Hi, I'm Mike Giroux with Giroux & Associates and Medicare Specialists of Arkansas, reminding you to take the time to allow a local agent to assist you with your Medicare plan review. Choosing the wrong plan can cause you to spend money unnecessarily, cause you to lose valuable benefits, or cause you to have to change the provider you currently use. Don't be fooled by the misleading commercials on TV. Call a local agent to assist you with finding a plan that best meets your needs. I'm your local Medicare specialist. Call me at 479-857-2810.
Heinzman & Son Incorporated reminds you, when you need new tires or auto repairs, Heinzman & Son has a well-trained staff to treat you like family, and their goal is always on customer service. It's the foundation of their business, which is why so many people in the River Valley call Heinzman & Son their tire shop. Find Heinzman & Son on Facebook, check out their reviews, and call 880-1222 to make an appointment today. Heinzman & Son, serving the River Valley for over 30 years and counting.
When it comes to buying or selling a home, there really is a better way. As soon as you start talking with our team at A Better Way Realty in Russellville, you're going to feel the difference. Imagine if you had a great friend in the real estate industry, someone who genuinely cared about you and your family and was passionate about taking care of you. That is the philosophy of everyone who works here at A Better Way Realty. We want your business because we earn it, period. Discover what experience and heart can do with A Better Way Realty. Find us on Facebook and see the difference. A Better Way Realty. Real estate done a better way.
Okay. Welcome back. The Cyclones lose it here to Lake Hamilton 37-27. I'll go over the stats very quickly for you. 289 yards of offense for Russell, 275 for the Wolves. That's right, Russell outgained Lake Hamilton, but Lake Hamilton had short field quite a few times. 158 yards passing, 131 yards rushing for Russellville. D.A. Reed was 9 of 14 for 101 yards. Struggled a little bit, threw a couple of interceptions. Luke Jones came in, was 3 of 3 for 57 yards and a touchdown. Receiving, Caden Rose over 100 yards tonight, 110 yards on 5 catches. 2 big catches, too, ended up in scoring drives for Russellville. Tracy Daniels did not hit the century mark tonight. He had 92 yards on 23 carries and a touchdown. That means that stops the string of 5 consecutive games with 100-plus yards rushing. However, he does get over the 1,000-yard mark for the season, becomes the 8th Russellville Cyclone to do that. Congratulations to Tracy Daniels. For Lake Hamilton, it was Justin Crutchmer. He had 23 carries, 168 yards, and 2 touchdowns. He also had 3 receptions for 51 yards and a touchdown reception. Easton Hurley, their quarterback, 7 of 10 for 86 yards and a touchdown. Russellville, boy, I tell you what, they come out with 9 points in the first quarter, but 30 points by Lake Hamilton in the second quarter. Russellville, 10 points in the third, and they outscored Lake Hamilton in the fourth, 8-7, but not enough as the Cyclones lose it here by a score of 37-27. Your thoughts on the game tonight?
Well, it's what you were talking about. That's